What up, YouTube? This is your boy Ligo, one half of Endo, and this is just basically a random talk where we just talk about usual crap as usual. And it might turn crazy, it might not. We don't know, and I never know where this thing conversation goes most of the time. But I mostly did this because I'm going, like I said, trying to reorganize my company and everything, and gotta learn software, buying contracts, doing all kind of stuff. So I'm like, the next couple weeks or so, you might not see me for a while. I don't know. I mean, I still do videos, which is easy to do, but I don't know if I do podcasts or not. It's just been crazy. But other than that, I got Red Fox. How you going, Red?
What's up? I'm enjoying life and trying not to explode on the inside from some of the shit I've seen just over the last 5 days. It's great.
That's good. And we have Kanushi. What's going on, Kanushi?
Uh, it's going on. It's going pretty well.
Except
It's
for the snow.
yeah. So Old Man Winter is not too happy right now, and it's snowing like crazy here. So
Well, you live in a place where you're supposed to be. And then, of course, we have someone just jumped in. Double M, what's going on? Is your mic working? Okay, well, the mic not working. Oh, well, whatever. Like I said, it jumps in. Whatever. Oh, what's going on,
What's
Quan?
up, Quan?
Look like everybody's mic is working.
No, no, I have my mic automatically disabled when I first log on because the kids love to sit up here and run off at the mouth.
Hey, this is random talks. I don't care. Ain't no damn topics or nothing. We just whatever topic pops up, let's talk about it. Whatever. Like I said, because lately, like I said, I got so much stuff on my plate that I don't know what's gonna go. Like I said, I might be out for a while for podcasting and stuff.
Can we collectively agree to take Phil Spencer and throw him down a flight of stairs?
Well, he's not. Look, he's not the person who made the decision on it. But yeah, Young Conquer is. That doesn't. I don't know about Young Conquer.
Can we band together and form a quest, a party RPG style, to find the person who came up with this marketing decision and beat the shit out of them? Can we do that? Can we?
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, I mean, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in that meeting, and let's do Young Conquer, guys. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh Lord.
I mean, I see the technology where it could be used for it, so I'm not gonna say nothing bad about that. 'Cause I could see the practicality of it, but
No, HoloLens sounds
take
awesome.
yeah, but take a character that was to really change a whole character like that. I don't know.
it was the rated M Banjo Kazooie. I mean, come on, what are you doing?
Oh Lord. They're just simply trashing what could have been the beginning of a glorious franchise.
Well, the thing that
Yeah, you're right.
I was just gonna say, the thing that gets me is that first of all that shit they showed in that little trailer. This is what HoloLens looks like. No, it's not. Let's get that out your mind. It doesn't look like that. Because it's one of those things. It's like VR. You can't really understand VR unless you're wearing the helmet, right? So what they're showing you are basically like rendered images of an idealized form of what it's actually going to be like. It probably will look far worse than that, or slightly worse than that, or not like that, or completely different. I mean, just get that out the way.
What you do? Spreading the butter so thin, man? What the hell?
But then to take an IP that is pretty much like, I mean,
thought
this is a
Project
character.
Fox was bad, but this is to me looks worse.
Wendy, could you close the door? Hold on, my wife, she's coming in here.
I mean, this is a character.
That's all right, Quan.
This is a character who I remember fighting a guy named Big Bone, and then ramming, riding on a dinosaur, ramming him in the stomach, then riding around his back to take a bite out of his butt, and then after he defeats Big Bone, he sends the dinosaur on its way, and Big Bone's girlfriend is this incredibly tall cave chick, or maybe she's normal size and Conker's just the size of a normal squirrel, and he looks up her dress and he goes, "Heaven," and passes out. And then they make Young Conker. Seriously?
They're trying to create their own
seriously.
Mario, but they don't understand the spirit of
I don't
Kirby.
even know if that's gonna
It
be a
was a
Mario. I don't even
it,
think that's a
it was
Mario.
well,
Banjo was
it
their
was
own
a
Mario.
it was a
Yeah,
What
spoof.
the heck is
What
this?
was it?
Oh my god!
What wasn't
Now
wasn't that game sort of a spoof on that era? Wasn't it
Yeah.
like a spoof
It
on
was
that
a
era?
it was a 3D platformer.
Oh
Yes,
my
it was.
gosh!
It was a parody. Okay.
It was a parody of
Conker's
that
Bad
era.
Fur Day was a parody.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Banjo Kazooie was Rare saying, "Hey, Mario 64 was the trailblazer, but I think we can do it a little bit better." And I hate to say this, but they did. Banjo Kazooie and Banjo Tooie are better than Mario 64. But then they said, "How far can we take the 3D platformer?" Well, we've already pretty much one-upped it. But how about we make a parody of a 3D platformer? And that was Conker's Bad Fur Day, and it was glorious.
Oh my lord! I'm telling you, the Matrix scene had me going, man.
Yep.
That and a Private Ryan scene, dude. I like the
Yep.
Private Ryan one.
I mean, they had Conker's Bad Fur Day was a third-person shooter. It was a platformer, and look, when you hear the soprano for the first time from the great mighty Pooh,
Yep. Yep.
the
Oh,
great
Lord.
mighty Pooh.
The Mighty Pooh and how these guys you basically trying to jump off of sunflowers titties and stuff like that. That was a freaking crazy ass game. Who would have thought at the time? Like I say, it's where some things get through, and you're like, what the hell? How did this get through Nintendo? Really, but it got through somehow.
You know the funny thing about Conker's Bad Fur Day is that the Rare liaison with Nintendo was like he didn't think that game was gonna make it, but then when they showed it to like the Japanese dudes who were like part of the censorship, yay or nay board, they
Yeah.
were laughing their ass off. They're like, "This shit is funny as hell."
I won't be surprised if
This
it
shit's
was. You're right.
They just said screw it. They threw their hands up in the air and say screw it. There's no way we can nitpick this thing. It's just too much to go through.
It
That
was
is
so
true.
fun.
That is.
Literally,
I was surprised you said it, Quan.
They were laughing their ass off. They said the guy who was the Rare liaison. He said the part where you have to fight the Transformer with the Cinder Demons, and in order to put him out, like after you defeat the Transformer with his brass balls, like you got to pee on the Cinder Demons to take him out. He said that part they were almost falling out their chairs, laughing their asses off at that scene. And Jesus.
I've
Not too
got,
bad
I've got a
for
question.
console, huh?
Oh, you.
I've got a question,
Yeah.
and I've probably asked this before, but who the F is Super Metal Dave, and what sources is he getting?
I don't know.
I don't know, but
is a guy who just like I said. I think he's one of those people who want to be infamy, man. That's all it is.
Yep. But I tell you this much: when he started that shit, that would have probably eaten into Nintendo's holiday sales for their big Zelda game for the fall for the holiday season. They must have sent those "we would like to play" motherfuckers over to his house because he took that shit down real quick.
Oh boy.
Yeah, those, what you don't know about those we would like to play guys, they're actually Yakuza by now.
The we would like to whole play thing for the advert, that was all in that. Really and truly, we know these motherfuckers were threatening them with guns and knives and saying,
No,
now.
I'll tell you, the most threatening dude is the dude who doesn't have to. Like you can sense that if you mess with this person, bad things will happen. Like they probably didn't have to. They were like, you know what? We would like to have a little talk with you, dude. You've been putting some shit out there.
Hold
Unsubstantiated.
on. Hold on. Let's get this. Let's get this straight. Did he actually took out his videos by his own admission?
He took them down. I don't know why he did it. He could have been talked to by Nintendo. He could have been sued. I don't know. All I know is that like he had 2 videos up showing their marketing budget and like, oh, this is proof that they're gonna do it. And another video saying they were gonna put Zelda Wii U on the NX, whatever the NX may be, on the NX and it's gonna come out this year. And when he did that, like when he put that thing up, I was like, man, you done fucked up. Because you fucking with their money now. They coming after you.
I don't
I'll be
know.
damned, that shit came down.
I don't know if it's that or basically the person who he said is his source got found out and got fucked over. It could be that too.
Look, it could be him
what I want to
or
know
his
is,
source, but when
I
they
want to
mess
know
with
if, whether him or his source is really where are they getting this information from?
He
I
said
don't know
NOA.
where they got the information
He said
from, but when they
NOA.
mess with the money,
What'd
that's
you
the
say?
end of it.
He said NOA.
Now the reason.
In a way,
That's what he said. Lieutenant American. So
somehow I'm not inclined to believe that.
Now the reason why I asked that because some people might misconstrue this as Nintendo was the one who took the vid down, but I digress.
no,
But,
Well, they're in their rights to take it down if someone's putting privileged information on the
or
interwebs.
basically that could also be called, as you just said, with lawsuit. That could be this dissemination of of information. You can't.
Yeah,
you can't
like
do
I
that.
said, they were messing with their money. Like, okay, how many sales of Quantum Dream, Quantum Break, whatever that game is,
Quantum Break.
have been lost on the Xbox One? Because people are like, well, shit, I can just play it on the PC. I don't need to buy an Xbox One for that shit. So, I mean, and that's Microsoft. Think about someone saying, I don't need to buy. Because, I mean, I'll keep it real. I bought Zelda Twilight Princess on Wii before I got the GameCube copy. I just skipped the GameCube copy. I got it after the fact.
But what I want to know is, do we really believe these guys? So this guy's source is really real?
I can't say because again, there's people. The reason I can't say that because the same, even though the guys lost their jobs in Japan with the Smash Brothers, there are people out there who just love infamy, man. They just want to be. That's some people. It's sick, but that's
he's
just
saying no shit like the NX is coming out in 2016 and this and that.
But again, nobody knows what it is. Again, so let's wait until see. If, like I said, if it's a home console, it's almost DOA unrivaled. If it's not, then it might be some kind of platform or mobile system or a networking system. We don't,
Double M told us what the NX is going to be.
Oh, yeah,
it's going to be the fuck you if you don't like it.
Be what?
With
remember your name? Yeah, fuck you if you don't like it.
Yeah, fuck you if you don't like it. And the patented Reggie approved, not my problem addition to add some extra RAM to the gigabytes.
Add some RAM of what's wrong with you.
Yeah, I don't.
All I'm saying is I'm gonna be enjoying that Wii U Zelda on the console that can make my waffles too.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, stuff like that I don't bother with, man. It's not worth it. I just, like I said, the company said they're gonna do it. That's it. I don't gotta worry about them. I mean, like I said, I'm enjoying my games now, so I'm not like these other guys who's so gun ho to try to get everything for a year, 2 years from now. That's not.
Hold up a second. Hold up right there. I bet you anything, any of you right now would give up your eye teeth for a console that could stir you a good mixed drink.
You know what, Juan? I definitely thought of that.
Yeah. Because I tried to hire a mixologist and the dude couldn't make a vodka martini to save his life. I was like, make a vodka martini. Like, you need to get out of here. You can't. You need to get out of here. You're a shitty bartender.
I'm gonna be straight up honest. If the Nintendo NX can make waffles and play games at the same time, I'm buying that shit. That means I never have to go to the kitchen for food. I don't have to pause my video game. I have the waffles heating up right there, and I'm still playing my video game. That's sick. That is a feature is worth buying for.
Hey, that's what I'm saying about the mixed drinks. Then I wouldn't need to go to the kitchen.
Well, I'm saying like that. Like you could do the breakfast, and then at nighttime you play late night. Hey, I want me a mixed drink. Hey, get my buzz on.
Exactly. I mean, to hell with achievements. That's a feature. That's a feature.
Yes, exactly.
To hell with voice chat. I want something that I can literally say, look, I need you to walk my dog, wash the car, get my mail, and fix me breakfast in the morning. And you can also play Mario, Zelda, and Metroid. Okay, perfect. I don't need anything.
I don't think I want that for basically. I don't think I want that for a lot of people because a lot of people maybe when they get for something like that basically sound like autonomous, like it's walking around or whatever. And if it does that, for some of these gamers out there who be like, you know what, I think I might sell my NX, and that thing might come up, turn on at nighttime. Like, what the fuck you just said?
You know, I would trust Nintendo to make an autonomous. I would trust Nintendo to make an autonomous console. And Microsoft, well, the shit might be spying on you, so I can't really.
Oh my
I
God.
can't trust that. I can't.
And
Sony-
Sony's one will be missing features at launch, like,
We'll add more shit to it later.
like we'll add the ability, we'll add the ability to cook breakfast later, but for now it can salute.
Oh Lord. Anybody who's listening, this is just random talks as usual. We're just talking shit. Ain't nothing legit
But
about this shit.
when you think about it, maybe we're onto something. Because if you remember in iRobot, they called them the NS4s and the NS5s, and NS, NX. It just
Again,
the
and
synonyms there are
again,
very similar and everything.
if you think something crazy, you might wake up and kill your ass in the nighttime. Maybe they do the whole voice of we would like to play. I would like to play. Your ass ain't going to sell my ass.
Hey, that's only if there's a central intelligence system that controls all of them.
Oh, good lord! Cloud computing at its scariest.
Yeah. Can you imagine? And you know who that central intelligence will be? Who that will be controlling them? Who that will be called? That will basically be Master Hand and Crazy Hand from that.
Oh,
And Taboo watching the background.
Man, I don't know about that. That's a little creepy, but that's a little creepy with the Taboo. Because Taboo was freaky. That dude was like controlling. I mean, think about it. Master Hand is basically the god of the Smash universe, and you've got this sick bastard controlling everything. That's a little creepy.
What do you think this is?
I gotta give it a Fruity Punch. Just watch the video with HoloLens and Young Conquer, and he's like, wow.
Yeah.
I just
Did your eyeball burst out of your head?
Side note: Strongbow hard apple cider honey version, awesome.
Hey, if you want to drown your Quan, you know what? That might be handy when E3 comes around. For a lot of people, drown their sorrows in that. I thought this thing is gonna do everything it's supposed to do.
Dude, let me tell you
Nintendo lied
something.
to me.
Listen. Hey, Liga.
Yeah.
If you decide to sit up here and do like a E3 type of reaction or whatever, and monetize it, do whatever, and see if you can get a sponsor from, let's see, Colt 45 or something like that, I'll join in on that.
Colt 45. You want to get out your dang mind if you think I get some Colt 45.
Yeah, do Colt 45. Do Colt 45.
I ain't doing no Colt 45. I'm better than that.
No, because that could do the voice.
Yeah, you can be like Billy D. Williams.
If I'm gonna get anything like that, I'll be basically giving me Bacardi or Cruising Rum.
Hit every time.
I'll be getting Bacardi or Cruising Rum, sir. If that's the case, if it's gonna be my choice of drink.
Right now, guess what I just bought?
Bacardi.
I bought me a nice bottle of Captain Morgan Spice Rum 100 proof.
Okay.
Ooh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great for mixing.
Yes.
Oh, it's brilliant for mixing.
I'm
Great for baking cakes as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. That's what I'm gonna. Go ahead.
And as far as the Colt 45, that's me getting hood. That's the hood side of me, dude.
That's the hood side of me.
Because otherwise, like I said, if I was really in a nasty mood, you know me, I'd do the Sapporo. I would do the Sapporo, but nah, I'll go in the hood route for now. It's too early in the week.
You crazy, Quan. I like I said, it's just for those gamers who we call. I mean, I don't understand this. Again, it's all of us here. I don't understand this hype for something that we can't. We live in. I never seen people who just want to live so far in the future. That doesn't. I don't want to age so quickly. If you don't mind, take my time one day at a time. If you don't, and play the games I enjoy.
I hear that.
You know, the thing is, everybody's in the rush for the new console generation and acting like it's got to come here, come now. I mean, wasn't it not long ago that people were sitting up here and rushing the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One into market? Now they want to rush them right out and then see the next thing that's new? How fickle are we?
To be honest, I can understand it because 7th generation started off decent, then it got shit down the line, and then 8th generation has just been shit all the way through. Like, when it's something shit, you can't wait for the next best thing to happen.
Dude, you know why? I'm gonna give you two. I'm gonna give you a reason why, right? And it's broken down into 2 words: diminishing returns.
Yep.
Yeah, but the thing about it is though, like you want to rush to the next console, you want to to the next generation, but nobody is. I mean, I'll put it in perspective. Nobody has tapped into them to what they're majorly supposed to be doing because everybody was supposed to be 1080p 60 frames per second.
Can't do it.
Not many people tap into that. Do what it's supposed to do. Everybody wants this. Oh, we're gonna do all cross play and everything, and there are a couple of games how they do it, but it's just that they have not figured it out for this set, even though they promised about it. And then you're already rushing to get to the other one already before even these guys understand how to do it for this set.
Well, not even that. They can't do 1080p. They want to do VR now. It's the weirdest thing.
No.
They always jump into the next thing before they complete the first one.
Then they want to talk about 4K gaming. Then they want to talk about what else is next, HoloLens and all this other stuff. Look, here's the thing, okay? They can pull off 1080p, 60 frames now if they conform to the limitations of whatever polygon count that they can manage on said console.
No, I know that.
See what I'm saying? If they go within that limit, they'd be just fine. But no, they think they're gonna push the same as an open platform system such as PC, and it's not gonna happen.
Yep.
What they also need to do is actually program for the thermal output of these systems. I mean, you're dealing with low thermal output hardware. You can't be trying to port high thermal output code that is designed for high thermal output to a low thermal output. The low thermal output just can't handle it.
Well, dude, see, you're trying to talk sense, and look, we don't talk sense. Gaming is not about talking sense. We make stuff up. We use buzzwords. We talk about 1080p, but we can barely reach it.
It doesn't have to make sense as long as it makes sense.
Yeah, it's a good marketing term. We talk about marketing terms. We don't talk about actual, practical stuff that actually exists. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, first it was blast processing, then it was how many bits your console had. Then after that, it became a matter of, who had the loudest community. Then from there, it went on to 1080p.
Yep.
Like I said, all these bitches flip-flop, non-stop has-beens and whatnots.
There you go. I mean, it's ridiculous. And the thing is, I'm gonna put it to you like this: I bet you dimes to dozens that you see people out here having fun playing their game until they come to YouTube. Then they gotta act like they're all heated and upset just to catch a view.
Oh no! You're right. That's what I'm saying. That's why sometimes I preface my videos like, look, it's only about 10% of YouTube or whatever is doing this crap. Everybody else is enjoying their game because they don't know what YouTube and the games beat is all about.
Mm-hmm. Half of them don't even know. Most gamers don't even know that a YouTube gaming community exists.
No, they just think about it. They just say, hey, let me put in Nintendo, Microsoft, or Sony.
In all honesty, ignorance is bliss. In that situation, yeah.
Well, I mean,
you don't want to come into this video gaming. You don't want to come into this video gaming community right now. Ignorance is bliss.
I won't say that ignorance is bliss. The thing is this: a lot of people in the YouTube gaming community, not everyone, and I'm not pointing any fingers because that would be rude.
Well, yeah, right.
That would be very rude. But a lot of people come into the gaming community, even if you're just a hobbyist, and they don't understand the history of gaming. And they say things, and it's like, wow, you actually believe that? But your facts are all jacked up, dude. What? Like, you actually said that out loud, and it's recorded. Like, this stuff can be screen captured. Like, you said that, and it's like, I can't believe they said that. Like, and they honestly said that. Like they actually said that, like they believe it, like it's factual, and I'm like, Jesus, is this where gaming's going now? People inserting opinion as fact. Like racist video games.
Oh Lord! Oh God!
Please don't start on that.
Don't summon that beast.
Buffoon.
Please do not summon that
Sony dildo. That Sony dildo taker.
Yo, Lord, that fake WWE title holding.
He'll be spinning, nigga, spinning. He'll be spinning. He'll be spinning.
I'm like,
He
I'm
ain't,
like, seriously, dude?
he ain't no damn hip hop gamer. He doesn't represent anything to do with hip hop. He represents the
That
complete
that
opposite.
that Joe. He's not a journalist. He's
What
taking
journalist?
He's not a
taking a
journalist.
meat. He's
Why are
getting that
y'all
meat.
yelling?
He's getting
Why
that
are you
meat in
yelling?
him in all directions.
Why
Yeah,
y'all
we
yelling? Jeez, calm down.
Oh, we're
Jeez.
yelling because you're here, dude.
Yeah, you just moving.
You bring it out of us.
He may not be he may not be a journalist, but he definitely likes the back end of his story being edited by Sony.
Oh,
Dude,
Lord.
most of the people on
He
this
also
thing,
gets it from. He also bends over for Capcom as well.
hell,
Bends over for all
look,
these
look,
companies.
Well, let's
everybody-
keep it real. We all had a love affair with Capcom back in the day. Okay, we all loved Capcom,
Okay.
but I mean,
Alright,
Capcom's
guys.
like a girl who's not good anymore. She ain't no good.
You've been passed around the town way
Okay,
too much,
I'm
and now nobody wants
confused.
her.
I came into this conversation and I heard these sexual stories about a dude and Capcom and molestation and
We're talking about hip hop.
Capcom and
We're talking
I'm
about
like,
hip hop.
what the heck is going on?
It's
These
Now I
small-minded
understand
trinis who
everything.
never,
Continue.
these small-minded trinis who come in the conversation and don't understand what's
Wait.
going on.
Look at this.
Really going to get you.
You're the 80. You said who you is. This is random talks. We talk about all kind of crap, really. So
Come on now.
Oh, you're right,
step
Shepard,
Okay.
by the way.
Chef,
Well, I'm the
you should
perfect
step
person
right
for this
in.
conversation, but I can't be here tonight. What's up?
I just started drinking. That's what happened.
Ah,
And I'm infecting the whole group.
makes perfect sense. I'm jealous.
What's good, my trini brother?
It's been a crazy last couple of days.
Yep.
I actually just peeked in real quick because I randomly saw a message for Hangouts. I was like, message? I forgot that you had a random talk tonight, actually.
Not really. I'm
in the middle. I'm wrapping up moving, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just put it up because just like you, I got so much stuff going on with my company. I said I don't know if I'll be doing things for a while. So I said, hell, why not? Because I'm waiting for some stuff to download right now.
Okay. Well, before I drive our fans wild, I'm gonna click off because I gotta take a shower. I'm too
Go
much
ahead,
of a
man.
sexy beast for this conversation while showering. So I might try to
Boy,
jump
you
back
full
in.
of crap. Boy, you full of crap.
Well,
And
I
people
mean,
love me for
I
it.
can never accuse you of not having a healthy self-esteem.
Y'all just a bunch of haters. You need to learn to appreciate greatness when you hear it.
There's only so much some of these trinis can handle.
It's even sad enough that we got half people from the Caribbean in this pocket. Most of the people from the Caribbean in this pocket.
It's just.
Oh, well, then I definitely gotta go because me alone, people overload on me alone. So
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
out of here, guys.
All right,
Time
man.
to get clean. Peace. Oh, Quan, have a few for me, bro.
Say again?
Said have a few for me, bro.
All right. I'll make it a point to.
Thanks.
Scrub yourself good.
Oh, Lord. As a matter of fact, I'm about to sit up here and
Yeah,
pour me a nice glass.
so
I'm
you
about to do
made me wish I actually went to the shop and bought a beer today. Like, I actually said, I'm not gonna buy it tonight before I go home. Now I wish I bought one. Like, I don't like it.
Dude, it's too bad I wasn't over there where you at, man. We be tying one over there across one of the pubs over there.
Yeah, man.
We be tying one
Too
on.
many.
I gonna see you gonna try to get my ass in trouble when I come up to Jersey. I know that. I know that.
Yeah, man. You're just gonna see tagged pictures of Liger in the ditch, like.
Nah, dude, that's not gonna happen. Never been drunk in my life, and I ain't gonna worry about never beefing.
Yeah, well, you ain't been around Kwam yet.
Oh, Lord.
I ain't been around Quan. You're right, but again, like I said, I've been around some heavy drinks and still walked out of the bar without no problem.
Yeah, Kwan will give you a drink saying, yeah, it's only 2% plus 40.
I've drank 200% and higher, so I'm good.
Dude, 200% alcohol is like pure gray alcohol. That's like Everclear, White Lightning.
Yeah, that's the closest thing that was the sake when I was in Japan. That shit.
Oh, ooh, the sake is no joke. You ever tried soju from
Yeah,
Korea?
Yeah,
Oh, Joe, that is some lovely stuff. Mix that up with some high C, and you're good to go.
Look at this man right here.
This
Yo, I'm
this
telling you.
dude is trying to figure out a way to get everybody
I've got
dumped.
Red Fox.
We don't
You see,
condone.
Red Fox. You see how you was looking for a mixer for your bar? I think we found one.
This is, we don't condone any drunk driving this around here. You come at your own car.
Oh no!
And
no!
no
Look,
underage drinking.
if you bring your behind in here, you better have a designated driver, because ain't nobody dying because you don't know how to control your drinking.
Exactly. But we'll see. Like I said, we'll see when I get up there, Quano. I'll phone it back with you.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna sit up here and buy us a bottle of the Captain Morgan's then, or if not, we can go Bacardi Añejo or something like that, if you prefer.
This guy knows drinks that I've never heard of in my life. Fam.
I know, right? But I say so. Triple M, you say you just saw the video. What do you think about young Conquer?
Oh, well, when you guys were discussing about that, I didn't even know about it until I searched for the vid now, and you guys must have heard me screaming out like, Jesus Christ, what the heck am I seeing, man? They basically mutilated Conquer in that thing.
Microsoft.
Mutilation.
And this is why Microsoft will always be one of the best console manufacturers ever.
Your sarcasm is too strong, man. You know that. It is too strong.
Well, you know, I can't. Jesus, people are like, you don't like them. This is why.
Okay. I was just surprised when I saw it, man. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool, and then I was like, what the heck? Really? That's what it will be? Oh, we're trying to make it fun.
I'm sorry, but what is this? What is this spasticated bullshit?
Oh, you watching it now?
Yeah.
That's young Conquerors, man.
No, it's not even that it even looks bad, but it looks like it's designed for retards.
Wow. Okay, sir.
When I say retards, I don't mean people with actual retardation. I mean people that actually just have no sense of real world thinking.
It looks bad. I mean, you can clearly tell that they were like looking, okay, we need an IP. Let's use this one.
No, but to me, it looks like it reflects the retardation of modern gamers today in just the way it looks. Like it actually looks like it's perfect for the everyday gamer of today.
At least you saw it. Everything is gonna be crazy with that right there, man. Just let's see what they pull out. If they pull out something amazing, it is. If not, it's not. But I do say that it's kind of it don't look good as the character model, not good. I ain't gonna deny it. That don't look good at all to me.
Well, I mean, clearly Rare didn't make this, or at least, you know, maybe they had that bullshit studio.
It looks like a knockoff version of Conker's trying to be cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, it literally looks like someone who like maybe saw a Rare game at some point, maybe played Conker's Bad Fur Day for like 5 minutes. Like, I'm gonna use a character model like that. Notice like that. Like
It looks cheap. It looks cheap, even by standards of the standards of like the games on the Xbox One and PS4. It looks cheap.
It looks cheap. Yeah, well, like I said, we'll see how that works out. It doesn't look. Yeah, it doesn't really. It is what it is.
It looks like they didn't even try to put any decent coding in that thing.
Well, it's on the fly.
I mean, this is a demo, so.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's on the fly, so let's see what happened with that. Let's see what happened to that.
I ain't having much faith.
Don't be that bad. And then we have
I really am having that much faith.
And then of course everybody don't start. Everybody. It look like everybody's going to get their favorite amiibo, right? Because the reviews already come out and it's already like high reviews, which is not bad. I was surprised.
Yeah, the only people who gave it a bad score was Game Explain, which I'm like, seriously, dude? Like,
What game is this?
Twilight Princess.
Well, Game Explain ain't been able to explain shit for the past year, so I don't really care.
No, like the only people who gave it the only bad reviews I'm seeing, bad things I'm seeing about it are people like the pacing is terrible, and these are the same people who praise Ocarina of Time, which has some of the worst pacing ever. Like the pacing of Ocarina of Time is garbage, but they'll give that a pass. But Twilight Princess,
you can't speak against Ocarina of Time. That is absolute Zelda blasphemy.
yeah, but Twilight Princess is basically a better Ocarina of Time. That's all it really is.
It really is. It really is. It takes everything Ocarina of Time done and perfects it. Like,
but the thing that kills me is, it's not like this system is, it's like not like they never played this before. They played it forward. They didn't. Like I said, I'm surprised. Like I said, I'm getting.
They actually reduced the level of pacing in They actually made the pacing easier in Twilight Princess HD.
Exactly. Yet people are like, the pacing, it's still terrible. I'm like, are we playing the same game? I mean, I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm very familiar with Twilight Princess. I pretty much know the pacing of that game like the back of my hand. I don't really see how it's
Twilight Princess has got good pacing because you're constantly moving and doing something. It's not like Ocarina of Time where there are points where you're literally just moving around doing F all like. There's points in Ocarina of Time where you're just moving around and it's just like, what is the purpose of me doing this? Nothing. Certain aspects of the game don't feel like it has a purpose. Like the whole mission just to get that big Goron sword. That has no purpose.
Well, that's not true. You get to meet Bigoron. That's about it.
You get to climb to the top of Death Mountain as adult Link. Big whoop-de-doo.
You get some frog eyes. You get to see a dude go ham on some frog eyes.
The best part of that whole quest is seeing Epona jump the bridge for the first time.
Now, see, I didn't even do that. What I did for that thing was
You what?
Well, I did the side quest to get the hook shot, and then to get the hook shot upgraded, and then I used the hook shot to go across. I didn't even get Epona until I was like to the 4th temple as an adult. Like it was kind of sad, really.
Now, seeing Epona jump over the bridge is pretty sick still.
But back then, we didn't have no internet, so you had to go your route. Because I don't think, I didn't have no ideas I could get Epona out of London Ranch until maybe until I went down to Lake Hyrule.
Yeah, I lost so many times trying to, because I didn't know that you had to play Epona's song to get Epona, because she was the only one who could beat that horse that Ingo rode. Yep. I was like, well, I got to beat it with this horse, this shitty horse, which always, even if you were riding well, that last leg of the race would slow down.
Yep.
I didn't know that. So
racing Ingo was a bitch. The first race was easy. The second one was a bitch.
Well, yeah. Well, that's where you had
to. On the last turn, you had to kind of squeeze in on the corner to get past him.
Yep. Well, hell, it's the same thing you had to do when you racing when you were playing Diddy Kong Racing. You gotta make sure you hug them corners against Wizpig.
That is true. That is very true.
Wizpig! I can't stand him. Can't stand him. I still can't after all these years.
I will agree. I also disliked Wizpig. I thought he was a very cheap. He was cheap, especially when you were playing as the first time you raced him in a car in a cart. I mean, he was so cheap. So cheap. Now, once you got the airplane, once you got Drumstick, he wasn't that bad in airplane, because Drumstick's handling was atrocious unless you were on a hovercraft or had an airplane. Then it was like, no problem.
Hey, Quan.
Yeah.
Whilst I've got you here, I want to ask you something. What do you think of the requirements for PC games in this generation compared to last? Do you not? Does the jump not seem somewhat ridiculous?
It's padded. It's padded. I think they pad the requirements because, like I said before to many people, my computer is not the best one on the market by any stretch of the imagination, and yet I'm able to play Fallout 4 full tilt with no problem.
Yep.
Same. My computer isn't anywhere near state of the art, but I'm able to max out Street Fighter V, no problem.
Yeah,
The
but
reality, because
Street
the
Fighter
reality,
V is
mhm.
not really a graphically intensive game.
The reality
Yeah,
of it,
but one of the requirements is a GTX 960, which is
Ridiculous for a 2D
latest.
fighter, but yeah.
Yeah, ridiculous for
yeah.
2D
You know what
fighter.
you know what I realize as well. It's just that thing because a lot of these games, let's be real, a lot of these games could run on hardware from 2007.
Yeah,
Just to be realistic, yeah.
they just wanna charge you. They basically they do they instead of optimizing for the hardware, they just want to friggin' they just want to brute force it through because they're lazy.
Nvidia, and you can probably make a case for AMD, but especially Nvidia are in bed with these companies to
Use their API.
use their API, tap out their older cards, so people will go out and buy. Oh crap! My card's outdated. I need to go out and spend another $500 on the new card.
You out of your mind. They won't spend on that.
If properly optimized for that card, they could probably run these games fine.
Yeah, but also, like I said, a lot of the reason is, like I said before, when you're trying to do coding, everybody's now is just trying to use the memory. I mean, you have a lot of these, like the PS4 and the Xbox One have 8 cores. Why don't you tap into the cores to do a lot of the AI and all of some of the memory management, so you don't have to depend on the buffer so much.
Well, you can't sell smart AI to the average consumer. You can't sell intricate physics.
Smart AI.
And also, you're asking these people to optimize, and optimization is a dirty word in modern gaming nowadays. Unless you're a first-party console manufacturer, then you have to optimize.
All these third-party companies need to do is realize this. You are not using a full-on system with a discrete graphics card. You are using a system that is an APU, so it's all on the same silicon. Why not just make use of the low thermal output and make use of the fact that the components are so close together? Just make use of the short distance between the components. If you program to actually make use of the API and how it is built, you should be able to get better results.
And you're still talking about optimization. I'm telling you, they don't want to optimize.
Exactly. They just want to throw whatever they can at it,
Brute force it.
It's like the old days when people, when we're discussing networking, when there was the networking wars between Token Ring and Ethernet. Ethernet brute forced everything. Token Ring basically set the packets in order.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like comparing PowerPC to x86. PowerPC is more about setting up the instruction set in such a way where it's smooth, While x86 just brute forces pretty much everything.
Yep.
I'm simplifying it.
Well, yeah, but you're not lying. That's basically what it is. I mean, PowerPC, you're right. You have to optimize, and they don't want to do that. That's why the publishers were like, we need x86 hardware on these consoles. We need x86 because it's easier for you to port your shit from the dev build down to these consoles.
Well, that's because x86 was made for simple programming. It was made for general purpose stuff. Everything in x86 really and truly goes in series, whereas you have a PowerPC which it takes instructions based on priority. So whichever instruction has a higher priority, in order to make things run more efficiently, it takes that one instead. So that lower priority instructions are either processed quicker because they're so small, or they're just processed at a time when needed.
Which is why the token analogy fits. The token ring analogy fits so well.
Whereas x86, it just says, give me the code from whatever the first line is to the last line, and we'll just run it all at once.
Yep.
Well, like I said, that's what I was saying, that there's so many. When they don't build the game for the ground up, that's when you have so many holes in this thing, and it just doesn't work. And you get all these crazy glitches, and again, it's not even simple glitches that you normally get in a game. It's just these horrible glitches that just ends the game. That's the bad part. These game breaking bugs is just getting ridiculous.
Well, you're forcing what it is. These developers are forcing these components to have. They're forcing these games to cause inconsistencies in the system because they're not optimizing these games for these systems and the low thermal output. What you have is a code designed for a system with a high thermal output going through a system with a low thermal output. Now, obviously, if you've got binary digits going through at a high thermal output, then you have to have the components necessary to handle that high thermal output. Otherwise, you're going to have inconsistencies through extensive heat from overheating and heat dissipation. So you bring that down to a low thermal output device, a code that is built for high thermal output, then what you're going to have is basically constant inconsistencies throughout the code, constant inconsistencies throughout the processing of the game data, which is going to lead to things like glitches and problems and crashes and this and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, like I said, they don't. Well,
it's not. This isn't even computing. This is basic electronics.
well, when you got people whipping your backs to make sure the game gets out on time, and then you don't, and some of these guys just do lazy ports, like I said. I mean, you could like I said, the one with Tales of
Well, the games reflect the time constraint. You do something in a rush and under pressure, you're going to make errors. You do that same thing with a game. The game shows its results in how many.
Well, I mean, yeah, but even like an example, like Tales of Symphonia for the PC, that was a lazy port. That one even the game works. It's not the same. It's 30 frames per second. It's not 60 as it was on the GameCube. It looks not that good.
No.
And it took a guy. I saw the video. He took a guy 14 minutes to upres it. I'm like,
yeah.
really?
I mean, they were just. I mean, and here's the sad thing. This is not a game that came out 5 years ago. This is not a game that came out 10. This is a game that came out 13 years ago.
Yeah.
In 13 years. They didn't have the ability to make this game run better. I mean, that's just laziness. That's not like, oh, we didn't know. No, you're lazy.
Yeah.
It's like they got the guys from the Dolphin emulator to say, look, just make a version for the PC because you can get the emulator. You're able to get the emulator running.
Yeah, but it's still. But when the original game outperforms the Dolphin.
Oh Lord.
That's what you said. When the original game when the original game of 13 years old outperforms the one that just came out last year, and like I said, a guy just modded just to do, basically does a thing and just modded in 14 minutes and say, oh, hey, go clean up, textures better, everything. I'm like, wow, damn.
Oh, so yeah.
Quan, I've got another question to ask you. So this is the first time I've had another technical person, technology person in a podcast. So I need to take advantage of them whilst they're here.
Oh Lord, I'm old school though. Back in the day, where A+ and Network Plus were still worth it back in 2000.
Hey, that's all good, man. And it all comes from one place at the end of the day.
Pretty much.
I was gonna ask if a PC is programmed to store most 95% of its data in cache, why does a system necessarily need 8 gigs of RAM to somewhat? Why is it that a system seems to need 8 gigs of RAM to be considered a powerful system?
In a word, bloat. In a word, bloat. I'm not one for fancy terms. Bloat. That's all it is. Bloat.
Yeah, like
pure bloat.
The Gears of War Ultimate. The Gears of War Ultimate Edition needs 60 gigs of free hard drive space because apparently it's running 4K textures.
Yeah, that's on.
Which is kind of sad. It needs to do that when you got Mario 3D World and Pikmin who's like what 3 gigs for whatever that stuff, and that also run 4K textures.
Yeah,
what do you mean? Mario 3D World is 1.6 gig.
Yeah, but I'm going to talk about the dirty word that developers don't want to talk about.
Optimization. Oh Lord.
I mean, at the end of the day, look, I mean, people get mad when you say this. It's not the developer's fault. Okay, it might not be the developer's fault, but someone is saying, look, we don't have to sit here and try and get like we don't even have to. I'm not saying every game has to be built from the ground up, but you can tweak the code to make it run better. Literally, it seems to me like these people just port the shit over. We'll go back to the Unreal or the Cry engine or whatever engine they use. We'll change some settings around so that it can run on this architecture, and boom, put it, stamp a disc, it's gold, send it out. And then like, I can't believe this thing isn't working. I can believe it. I'm not surprised.
No, it's not even that thing where they're even optimizing. They're just not doing good coding whatsoever. I mean, like it's like they're taking the whole. It's like they're just taking the whole large code without editing it, without trying to compress it, without trying to shrink it, you know, and just putting it through a compiler and interpreter and saying, "Yep, we got the game running."
Like I said, a lot of these companies, they're in bed with other different, hardware manufacturers and their APIs. Whoever has the biggest contract to sit up here and say, put my logo on the splash screen ahead of your software kicking up. You know what I'm saying? There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. See what I'm saying?
I mean, that was dirty what NVIDIA did with Batman Arkham Knights.
Yeah.
That was messed up.
I mean, that whole
No,
entire...
it's nothing new. They've been doing it for so long.
No, I know.
AMD is just as guilty, though, if you think about it.
I said AMD is the same.
No.
Yeah.
I know that. That's why I was saying that if people who think when you go to PC, you have a next year, other than the console war, you have a manufacturer war. You have that also in there. That's the next thing that's with PC.
AMD and Nvidia both have graphics cards that are selling between £800 to £1,000. They want to sell that shit. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, look, I'm not saying that they aren't doing shady stuff. I mean, they're all trying to get those contracts. Like AMD got the contracts for the next gen of hardware from these console manufacturers. That's big money. I'm not going to deny it. What I am going to say is that at least with AMD, their stuff is in such a way that you can at least run other people's bills. But Nvidia was deliberately putting stuff through to handicap other people's graphics cards, which is a little. I mean, that's a little suspect.
Well, they've been doing that for a while. I mean, from time they bought AGF Physics and CUDA, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like the AMD had such a hard time getting their graphics cards to perform to run physics as good as Nvidia because AGIA was the main physics platform that both companies were using until Nvidia put it out. It's only when AMD came with their own physics engine where they've been able to like kind of keep up a bit better.
Yeah, don't even get me started about the demise of one of my favorite graphics card manufacturers, and people are gonna boo me right now when I say this, but I don't care. 3DFX.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like
people can boo me all they want. I miss them.
Who's gonna boo? Look, that used to be one of the best graphics cards you could put on in your PC would be a Voodoo graphics card. It was like, oh man, people would brag about that. Man, I got this 32X graphics card. It's gonna be the shit, man.
I never owned a Voodoo laptop, but I always thought that was a really cool name.
The 3DFX graphics cards, that family of graphics cards were awesome for their time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
They were awesome for their time.
And then they got bought up by NVIDIA, didn't they?
Yes, they did. They got bought out by NVIDIA.
Everyone gets bought out by NVIDIA.
I mean, NVIDIA is the EA of graphics card companies.
Well, I was going to say they were the Microsoft, but EA is more apropos.
You said EA. That's wrong.
Oh, come on now. You know I'm right.
EA. Okay.
Now, I'll be wrong all you want. You know it's true.
And NVIDIA charge you a shit ton of money for graphics cards that drain out a shit ton of power.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they brute force it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know what? Again, you know what? You're right. I mean, for my graphics card, I just basically make sure they had. I mean, even though it's nobody tapped into it fully yet, I just say I'll just future-proof it. Make sure you had DirectX 12 and all the stuff, DDR5, blah blah blah. I'm like, you know what? This would be good enough because, like I said, I didn't really care for it. As long as I saw the sale, I was like, oh, $150 or $390, I'll take it.
If you're trying to future-proof a graphics card, you should try to look for something that, I know there isn't one that exists, but you should try to look for something that has GDDR7, because GDDR5 is as old as 2007. Like,
yeah, and you talking to somebody who don't give a damn about graphics. And
I'm taking the piss, man. I'm taking the piss.
Okay, I don't care. I only did, like I said, I only bought it because it was $150. I mean, my PC.
All those people that got fascinated when they heard that the PS4 was gonna have GDDR5, like, it's nothing new.
Exactly. It's been on graphics cards for ages.
And apparently, according to people who are much smarter than I when it comes to technology, GDDR5 is kind of slow. It has latency issues.
Exactly. You would go for DDR3 if anything compared to GDDR5
Well, the
for
thing.
the OS. I'm
Mhm.
just saying for the OS, I would go for DDR3
Well,
over
the only
GDDR5.
Well, the only reason why is GDDR5, it doesn't need to have a high refresh rate. What it needed was a higher bandwidth because of all the information. Like whenever you're dealing with moving images, you need a high bandwidth passage for that information to pass through because it's large bits of parallel information coming through at the same time. So it was necessary on the graphics cards, but to have it running as your OS, it was pointless. I mean, if you look at the DDR3 on your PC, it's probably slower than the DDR3 in your Wii U. That's the reality
Yeah,
of it.
but let's.
When you don't need it, but when you have a ED-RAM frame buffer in there, you don't really have much use for GDDR5 because the frame buffer is going to outdo in both latency and bandwidth what the GDDR5 can do.
And
But
theoretically, it'll actually sit up here and process more information overall.
But let's keep it real, though. The reason people were hyping up GDDR5 on these consoles is because, they didn't know what they were talking about. And the reason the console manufacturers were hyping up GDDR5 is because it's cheap. Okay? It's cheap to use tried and true older technology that's, the manufacturing costs have gone down, everything like that. And look, I'm not going to blame them for being cheap because, normally, if you're making a console, it's going to be expensive making it. Like, not everyone can be like Nintendo and, do the withered technology thing and use some really old shit in new ways that, like, damn, this old shit's outperforming our new shit. But, that's normally not the case.
Well, this is the thing. I don't actually have a problem with the hardware in the PS4 and Xbox One or how they are designed. I don't think they're the best of designs in terms of designing a console system which is meant to be efficient and cheap to develop for. But I don't have a problem with the way they're built. I have a problem with the way they're developed for.
Yeah. Well, once again, it boils down to optimization.
Well, like I said, like you were saying, though, Nintendo, one thing that I don't have a problem with their optimization. I just have a problem with, the amount of games that they put out. You know what I'm saying? Their throughput when it comes to outputting the amount of games that they need to have to sustain a platform.
Yeah, that's true. But,
that could be improved upon.
I've said this to people before who complain about that. It takes, arguably Nintendo is the best first-party developer in the industry. It takes time to make those games. Like, it's not as simple as simply, they don't, and you have to remember, they have, Nintendo has less than 5,000 employees. I would say maybe 500 of that are actually developers. It takes time.
The only thing I would say to that, I could agree with you, Quan, and then I could disagree with you a little bit, is because when they make their games, okay, one thing they're doing now, I could tell you for sure, is that before most of the time they always try to redo the engines, basically do the engine from the ground up. So that takes time. Kind of make sure the game, and that's a quality that that needs to be done in a lot more games. But now you can see them now using a lot of the engines over and over again because now you got, like I said, you got Triforce Heroes using Link Between Worlds. They doubling back over those kind of engines and say, hey, now let's not use it once or twice. Let's try to use it again. So to do it from the ground up, it's gonna take time. And for me, if I want a quality game, that's one of my stances. Because remember when we talked about that on Give Us a Large Sunday. I'd rather them do it from the ground up. I don't want them to be easy ports because we've seen what easy ports have gotten us in this 8th generation.
Yeah. You know what? It leads me on to thinking about something. What if the reason why Retro hasn't showed whatever project they're developing for so long is because they are actually developing a middleware engine for Nintendo?
That could be it too, because think about it. Since that tends to be their go-to Western developer. Besides, like I said, that seems to be their go-to guys for that.
It could be. Nobody can. They're being quiet.
Because if they have a Western middleware engine, then they could easily hand that out to like a lot of Western indie developers. to develop maybe somewhat bigger projects on their console?
That could be the case.
Because if they've got the assets there, if Nintendo's given out the assets to them already, just like how they do with things like Unity 5 and stuff like that, then developing for a Nintendo system won't be as difficult or potentially not even as costly for these indie developers.
Yeah.
For the indie developers, indie developers, I could see that some of them, but some of them would be like I've met a couple of those indie developers, and they're like Hideki, like they like to tinkle. They're like people who like to break down a car and figure out how it works. Some of them are, not all of them. So they pride themselves to try to figure it out themselves. While others, like you said, like the guy who tried to do the Ori the Blind Forest, acting like a little biatch.
That douchebag.
I mean, you made a good game, dude, which is good, but don't act like a jerk, though.
Well, what did he do? What happened? I never really. You know, I hear people talk about the Ori and the Blind Forest stuff, but what happened with that?
Basically, what happened is, he was he wanted to make a game for whatever the NX is, and mostly Nintendo. I mean, from what because I'm part of the same kind of setup. You have to prove yourself or have a good concept with Nintendo to get them to get the dev kit for you. And if you're not showing them, because remember, a lot of third parties, as Red and I know, and everybody here knows, Nintendo got slapped by Capcom, Square, everybody else all the time when they try to do games for them. They're like, you know what, you got to prove too, because, like I said, Yacht Club games, they're gonna get a dev kit for free. Because they put out a badass game and it's sold on the Wii U and the 3DS. Ain't no ifs, ands, about it. You have what we call it. Basically, we know that your standards are good, so we'll help you out. Platinum, they'll get a dev kit because Platinum knows some stuff, but he didn't do nothing for them. And then after, when they say, we gotta prove, you gotta prove us that you could do code and everything else. And then he started whining and bitching, saying, "Oh, you guys ain't. That's why nobody likes your company and this like that." I'm like, "Wow, okay." And even the guy from one of the key from PlayStation were like, "Yo, acting like a jerk, dude."
Yeah, he's like, he's like, "I want a dev kit." It's like, well, if you're gonna act like a little spoiled little brat, you ain't never getting a dev kit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a developer, and I could probably get a dev kit faster than you with your whiny little shit.
Wow.
I wish you could just complain and get a dev kit. I'd complain and get one for myself.
But I mean, but I'm saying you're a professional person. You should not be taking your grievances. I mean, like that, open-ended like that onto the internet. So it's messed up that Nintendo didn't. How Nintendo is. Most of the time they should respond, they didn't respond, but they didn't respond to him. But to get a Sony guy to respond to him, I'm like,
exactly.
Stop acting like a little. Like, wow, dude, you're making that much of a tussle. Huh.
And you know what the sad thing is that I noticed when this guy was saying all that? I've played Ori and the Blind Forest. It's a wonderful looking game, but mechanically, it's it's an okay platformer. Nothing special. I mean, didn't really, it's a Metroidvania platformer. Nothing really, world beating or anything like that. And I'm like, dude, you've made one damn game. Who are you to demand a dev kit from anybody? You ought to be happy Microsoft helped you money out of that damn game so it could get made in the first place.
Well, like I said, you could say that because like I say, Shovel Knight did not get money had it. They basically did that game from straight up and like, oh wow, and then it sold the most. Shovel Knight sold most on the Nintendo's consoles combined, of course. Sold more on Nintendo's consoles than the other consoles. And like I said, Yacht Club games, they're gonna get it way forward. They're gonna get it Atlas. Like I said, they got a couple stuff. They're gonna get stuff too. So I mean, because this is one thing a lot of people never know. Like I think I wish he kept on popping in and out. So I wish Andre was in it because me and him talked about it on our one-on-one. This is a thing that Nintendo does that a lot of third parties don't do. And like I said, this is basically anecdotal evidence because of what I've saw that. If you go to them and you can prove them and you can make a game, they have a budget where they're going to say, okay, I'm going to give you about $4 or $5 million. Let me see what you could do with what your idea is, whatever. And if they see it's fun and it could be used, then we're gonna say, okay, then we go in and put the money in it. But if not, they're gonna say no, and that's a lost cause for them if these people keep on coming up and don't provide after $4 million, like, oh well, we can't do this, we can't do that.
I mean, don't forget what happened to Rare before Shigeru Miyamoto had to go. Not Rare, Retro. Before Shigeru Miyamoto had to go down there and give them a spanking because they were acting funny,
Yeah, yeah. So that's one thing. That's one thing I wish, like, that's again, well, EA ain't gonna do that. But that's what other people like Ubisoft, EA, and other stuff to do. I mean, that's a lost cause. But if it comes to be something like workable, then bam, let's make money off it. Because like Box Boy, I mean, I'm not talking about millions, but Box Boy was like a little project and turned into Box Boy. It sold. Now you got Box Boy 2 in Japan. Hopefully it comes over to America. They need to hurry up with that crap. But that's what they do, and I wish people could understand it. But the way this guy was acting around, like, man, don't be demanding and going like that. That's just bad. That's just bad.
People wonder why Japanese developers and why get looked down on their American counterparts sometimes. Because of people like you, man. You've just basically made a bad rep for everybody with your whining.
Sure, it is that. Okay. So, yeah.
I'm gonna need to shoot off.
No, go ahead, man. You freaking way earlier than us, so go ahead.
Yeah. I was to stay up, but I got work in the morning, so.
No, go ahead and work.
Who needs money anyway when you can sit and play video games all
No,
day?
he needs money. He needs money. You be quiet. He needs money. He needs money.
I don't care what anyone says. Microsoft decided to money hat me, so I don't need any money.
I don't. I need to. Everybody needs a little cash once in a while. Let me see. Let me go through a couple. Let's keep a conversation for a while. Cause I can't believe this thing's still downloading so much. But let me see. If Nintendo, you still, hey, Renegades, you are still with that Nintendo waffle. Yes, man. Leave that alone.
But yeah, before I leave, I like to either begin or leave with a little something. So before I leave, I'll drop a few. So yeah. In life, you choose which path to take and what direction. You could either be a real or a slave to another man's perception. If you choose the latter over the former, then there is something in your life that needs addressing. That's why you're stressing with no self-correction, busy protesting instead of investing. Well, now you still ain't learnt your lesson. Too busy fishing and dissing because you're constantly wishing that you wasn't the victim that is trapped within the system. You need to open your ears and listen.
Word up. Peace.
Very well done. Very well done.
Hey, I say I still play your damn thing all the time, man. That one was still fire. That one was basically, that gotta be. We need to turn it into we need to do like a give Mrs. T and whatever, and just do like a gaming album.
Yeah, why not, man?
Why not? Just for fun. It ain't gotta be like serious. Just for fun, and we could. I'll distribute it and just like, hey, you want to hear about this? And because we got credit because you don't want, as you guys said at the beginning, we don't want Nintendo coming to our house. It's like, well, we got a problem. Taking our music and we gotta kill your ass.
Nah, man, just sort it with your boy Kenji and we all be good.
Yeah, you want your Mike Kenji ain't got no power to do that bullshit.
All right, laters, guys. It's good hearing from you, Quan, man.
Yeah, Quan's been back on the fire lately.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, peace, guys.
Doesn't that work?
Yep. Let me see. If Nintendo Waffle doesn't meet everybody's expectations, or the people who worship the NX rumors like Jesus, can we all expect a lot of people over the drones and cries and ranting? Meanwhile, I'll be grabbing and eating popcorn. Buddy, I'm going to join you. I'm going to be joining you.
Oh, man,
I gotta
can't wait to
disagree.
hear
I'm
the
gonna be
wailing.
crying like a little baby because Nintendo's NX didn't live up to what they said it. Even though they never said anything about it whatsoever, it was just a lot of rumors. But it didn't live up to my hype, so I'm gonna be crying.
I don't understand how you put a projection. Like I said, it's bad. I mean, look. if you look at how this NX thing's going around, it don't makes no sense. Somebody said it in a business meeting that was never meant for us. Okay, it came out. Now y'all pan and say y'all even against me don't like the Wii U. Wii U sucks. Blah blah blah. Nintendo's losing money. Blah blah blah. Okay, you say that, but then you're so hungry for the next console. It's so bad that you even have, like I said, GameStop jumped on it and said, "Oh, pre-order the NX," which is I don't know how you pre-order idea. I really don't know. This is just ridiculous. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about all of that is that like, I mean, like people are like Nintendo's irrelevant. Then why do you care what their next console is? Like when Sega started doing stupid stuff and I could see they were going down the drain. I really was not interested. Like the only reason I got a Dreamcast, and I'm gonna keep it real, was because they had Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on it.
Okay.
That's the only reason I got. I was like, I want to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Like,
Listen.
it wasn't because I was like, I really believe that Sega's going to pull this ship around. I was like, no.
Hey, Red. Listen, this is what I got to say to all those people hungry for those NX rumors and at the same time ready to piss and moan the moment they don't hear what they want to hear. I only got one thing to say to them. You want to know what it is?
What is it? That's
like I said.
That's why he was quiet.
Like I said, when the NX is revealed, I'll have a bottle of wine and a glass and a goblet to collect their tears. Mix the wine with their tears. Oh, it's gonna be delicious.
Dude, I'm gonna be sitting up here just sipping on some beer, drinking my rum, and just relaxing. Maybe occasionally throwing into Spanish every once in a while on a podcast.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
It is. I never seen. Like I say, if all that stuff screams, everybody screams irrelevant, but then these two letters screams relevancy. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's the thing that gets me. I'm like, okay, they're irrelevant. Then why do you care what they're doing? Why? Like, I don't like. Like I don't like. Who cares? Who? Like if you don't like a company, if you don't like what they're doing, it's kind of smile. It's like, why do you? I mean, like, I'll give an example of what I mean. Okay, like recently, Sony was like, "Hey guys, we can't like they're dropping support for the Vita TV in the U.S." Okay, which makes perfect sense because it flopped everywhere. So I mean, why put money in something that's not selling? Okay. And they're dropping support for the PSP, like
the PSP store.
The PSP store. So it's like, but you can still get games to the PSP website, but they aren't like, which is good because they can take those servers and put them on the PS4. Maybe they can keep that shit up a little bit longer.
There you go.
So that makes sense. But I mean, if you're not invested in it, why do you care? Like,
well, what's even killing me most too is like you have, I mean. At least you know PlayStation is coming out with PlayStation VR. You kind of see what it looks like, but no, even PlayStation being that 35 million sold, whatever, nobody's even saying, hey, giving this same kind of speculation as the NX, even though it's just two letters and nobody know what the hell it is. It's weird. At least you know what at least what's gonna come from the VR, but nobody asked about that.
Exactly.
So it's weird. It is totally.
You know what it is? You know what it is? It seems to me that you got two camps of people. You got the one camp that are curious as to see what Nintendo's next move is, to see if they can re-embrace them again, or the other ones that just want to point and look in case it's another Wii and they can say it's underpowered.
Yeah, and the Wii didn't count, even though Nintendo made a fuck ton of money off that console. Exactly. This doesn't count. It's not powerful. Well,
can we drop the whole it's underpowered argument? I wish people would, like, I'm not talking about you, Quan, but I'm talking about the general public.
They're never going to let it go, dude. They're never going to let it go.
But here's the PlayStation, the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation, you know, just look at the...
Look, man, if it's Nintendo, it doesn't count. Haven't you figured that out? It doesn't count if it's Nintendo, no matter what. Like, you know, the GameCube, arguably one of the most powerful consoles ever made, doesn't count. it doesn't matter. If it's Nintendo, it doesn't count. You gotta let it go. You gotta.
But here's the thing, though. This argument has been true with other systems as well. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
One had a good infrastructure. You got the other one that had the third-party support. You got the other one that had the power. But they can't sit up here and just embrace what they have, the platform that they specifically bought, or the fact that they bought maybe 2 consoles or whatever. 2 separate platforms. They can't be happy with that. They gotta criticize the one remaining one that they never bothered to invest in.
Which is weird. If like I said, I don't get it because, like I said, many people, I told them, hey, you know what? I could call out stuff objectively, but I never. If you bought an Xbox or PlayStation, I never. You could go to any videos on my video. I never bashed the Xbox One or PlayStation 4 or Vita. But you bought it. That means you had a choice to say, you know what? This is what I want. I want to spend my money and buy it. That's good. That's what you're supposed to do and just play the games.
Well,
Done.
I'm going to say it like this, okay? And I'm going to tell you right now. If you look at my camera, what controller do you see me holding? Albeit it's hooked up to my PC, but still, what controller do you see me holding?
360 controller?
So at the end of the day, I'm basically playing a lot of the games that they end up playing. That's the only thing I can say about the Xbox platform is that. You know what I'm saying? That a lot of their games, they end up migrating over to the PC platform that I don't really feel a need as of yet to buy an Xbox platform. You know what I'm saying? An Xbox, console.
No, you're right.
Now, once they give me a reason, which means to me, by the way, 10 exclusives. Not 10 timed exclusives. 10 exclusives. 10 exclusives.
You mean it's never going to be on anything?
I like the way you phrase it, though. Not time exclusives.
Like a real exclusive. Like Mario is never going to be on anything but a Nintendo
Give
console.
me a Banjo-Kazooie. Give me a Jet Force Gemini. Give me a Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Don't say that. If it's like Banjo Nuts and Bolts, no, please.
No. A real Banjo-Kazooie. Give me a real Perfect Dark. Give me a real Perfect Dark. Okay? Hell,
we got you.
Revive Ensemble Studios and get them doing something.
Yeah, I want to see some Age of Empires.
There you go.
Yeah, you're right. That's what I'm saying. Look, again, we could be objective about our stuff and not saying that is that broken because, again, like I said, it's what you buy is what you buy. Nobody should. I don't care what anybody says about my stuff. I don't buy the consoles like you said, Quan, because I have me a PC that has most of these games coming out that I like. I ain't played God Eater in a long time. God Eater's coming out. Well, you know what? It's coming on PC.
Yep.
Again, the last Tales of Zestiria came out on PC. I got it. Tales of Zestiria is coming out this year. PC again too. So again, and also the sad part about it too is like we are the seventh generation ended. The seventh generation ended basically with other consoles, 2013, and we're still getting games made for those other consoles to this day.
You know what I would like to see Bandai Namco do?
What?
I would like them to put out a Tales of game that takes place during the time where Mythos was a hero.
Oh, wow.
That would be fairly interesting.
I want to see what happened with his sister. I want to see what went down that road to make him turn dark.
That's not bad. No,
seriously, and this is me telling the third-party developers, there's many franchises you guys got out there that you leave untapped as well. Many. EA got some from Bullfrog, from whoever, and they don't put out nothing. Unless you include that bastardization of a game that they got called Dungeon Keeper.
We're not going to talk about that game.
Dude, that rap was evil.
We're not going to, and the reason we're not going to talk about that game is because it's evil. That game.
No. Watch this. Whoever seen the movie We Are the Strange?
I have.
Dude, I've seen better effects in We Are the Strange than I've seen in that video. Yo! And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking N. Strange. That was an amazing movie.
No. I got what you're saying.
That was an amazing movie for what it was, for the budget he had, but still, dude, let's keep it real.
Wow. I gotta be careful around you. You don't pull no punches, dude.
that game was embarrassing because it was a clear EA cash grab. And the sad thing is like they throw a rock and hide their hands. They'll buy a good studio. They'll buy good. No, EA will buy a good studio. They'll buy a good studio and its IPs, and then they'll start adding their EA STDs to it. You know.
Let me ask you a question. Who owns Nox?
Nox?
I want to know who owns Nox. Whoever in the audience knows, let me know. Because I'm going to be honest with you, there needs to be a sequel to Nox. That game ended so open-endedly, I'm telling you.
No, which one? What's that one? I don't think
It's
I've
on
ever heard
PC.
of it.
It's called Nox. It's similar along the veins to Diablo.
I think I heard
okay.
of it. Never played
Yeah,
it.
it's along the lines of Diablo, but it was a lot more intricate. I liked it. I liked it a lot better than Diablo.
Hmm.
It's something that you guys should give it a shot. You know me, I'm into very obscure games.
I know because Diablo was like I said for me. I mean I touched a little bit on 3.
I'm gonna put it to you like this, okay? Noxus to Diablo is as System Shock 2 was to Fallout. I mean, not Fallout even. Half-Life. Sorry.
To Half-Life.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good analogy right there. They
Okay.
follow along the veins, but they improved upon the formula.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah. Okay. I will have to check out some vids about that because I never like I said that's a new name to me.
No, trust me. Just type Nox. Go on Good Old Games and type Nox, and you'll see that game. And it's very well worth your money, even now.
Just is it like a different spelling of Nox with NOX or
NOX. NOX.
I think I've seen it on Good Old Games, but
It's worth it, dude. It's worth
Yeah.
every last. It's
because
well.
I like kind of eclectic games myself, but there's a lot of old IPs that people have stranglehold on that I want to see brought back in new and interesting ways. But will they? Will they?
The thing is, they have many opportunities because they could reawaken old IPs that they haven't used in a long time. Because people are.
yeah.
Yeah, it would be new to a new generation. Like, for example, these kids nowadays don't know about Star Tropics, but they've heard about Zelda left and right. So why doesn't Nintendo dust off Star Tropics?
That's a good question. I'm not sure why they won't dust off Star Tropics. I would like to see Star Tropics brought back.
There you go. I mean, that's just an example. I mean, every single company has their old IPs that haven't seen the light of day in a long time.
Yep.
I would like to see Fable brought back, but
No,
not gonna happen.
Fable's been rehashed too much as far as like, with the remakes, that it's still fresh in the public mind. I say Black and White has seen its time ready to come again.
I'd like to see Black and White again.
Black and White.
But
And-
would they bring it back? That's the question. Would they do it right? Because the AI in Black and White, good idea. The execution, terrible.
Well, the execution was the AI was pretty clever in a way. You know what I'm saying? As far as like the creature AI, the citizen AI not so much, but the creature AI was very interesting because you've seen a lot of crazy stuff that was done. I've referenced this anecdote many times when I told people what happened with my tiger and how he affected my community.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I had a tiger. that I had helping me, taking care of my people, and he got an attitude problem one day because he kept eating my sheep. So I spanked him. So what did he do? He ate a citizen next, and then I got mad. I spanked him again. So what does he do? He takes a poop, lights it on fire, and then throws it at my granary.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Black and White had that. Like basically, like you had to follow this weird dichotomy in order to
by just saying tiger and throwing poop is already weird. You ain't gonna.
Well, I mean, look, if you think the tiger was off the chain, I had a monkey. I mean, I had a orangutan, and that thing, oh my God, oh Jesus.
You ever had them fall asleep? You ever had them fall asleep against your storage?
No. I did have like, because you know the whole point of Black and White is to have your creature fight the other god's creatures, but mine didn't want to fight because he was a coward. So like he would run away. So I'm like sitting here, I'm like, you got to fight this dude. No, I don't. Look, man, I make love, not war.
Dude, my tiger had a problem with fighting too much. He'd be like a little tiny thing, be going after like these gigantic creatures. Wouldn't give me time to grow him.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. And this came out when?
This came out. Let me see. When did it come out? The first
Black and White. I want to call it 98.
Yeah, something like 2000. Like
because I had both of those games. I had Black and White and the expansion. The expansion was pretty good.
What's this?
And then, that was PC.
Yeah, it was on PC.
Okay,
now I'm not. I will be honest. The graphics have not aged well.
But the gameplay was fun, dude.
The gameplay, yeah, like it's basically an expansion of Peter Molyneux's Populous, except instead of you just being a guide and interacting with people, you have a creature that can also interact with people.
Okay. I'm looking. Like I said, I can't say that because back then I was back in my country and I was poor, so PC, nope. So you got me on that.
It came out in 2001.
Oh no! Again, I also was in college years, still were poor.
Really, I felt like that was a 98, 99 game to me. But yeah, 2001 sounds about right.
Yeah, that's because the graphics weren't exactly
yeah.
about.
Well, what about is Peter Molyneux like an actual programmer, or is he just an ideas guy?
He's an idea guy, and then he gets people to flesh him out.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the problem with Peter Molyneux. His ideas are really good. Fleshing them out is the hard part.
Oh wow. Yeah, well, it ain't that because he got the idea, and again, he's still ripping people off right now on Kickstarter.
With Godus, yeah. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. Fable, for like the idea behind Fable, really good. The execution, terrible.
It needed a lot of work. I'll put it this way. It could have used a little bit more of a sim-ish styled AI as far as how the people interacted with one another. So the thing is, they were too dependent on what the player character did.
Yeah.
They didn't allow for the characters to grow amongst themselves. And to me,
exactly. And that hurt them. That kind of hurt the original Fable. And then Fable 2, they tried to take it a step further, but then the ending was just totally WTF. And then,
do you know what game would have been a good example for him to follow as far as the idea behind the citizens of Fable?
Animal Crossing?
No. I would have said something more along the lines of Space Colony.
Yeah, Space Colony, yeah.
Space Colony is a lot better because their interaction.
They have their own lives while you're out doing, whatever. They have their own struggles and stuff they have to do. And that would have made, plus, I mean, Fable, like I said, Fable has a really good concept. The execution is the problem. But that's Peter Molyneux. That, like, good idea, bad execution.
Yeah, you got that about that. He just not even execution, greedy execution guy. He was basically handicapping a lot of people for some of the things he was trying to do because he wanted so much money for his ambitions and didn't even consider what goes into a lot of things. That's what was bad with him.
He's the guy already buying the Porsche before he got the idea on paper.
Exactly. And here's the thing. I'm not going to sit there and be like, okay, like the man's never had some good ideas. Because like I said, I love the original Populous. It's one of my favorite games. I like Black and White. I like Dungeon Keeper and Dungeon Keeper 2. But, like, these are really great ideas. And had Peter Molyneux actually given the developers time to flesh them out properly instead of rushing them to market before they were ready, it could have been awesome. Same thing with Fable, Fable 2, Fable 3. Like, Godus is having that right now. The idea behind Godus, pretty interesting. Execution,
not so
Jesus
much.
Christ.
Dude, let me tell you something right now. Like I said, I brought this up again in many times past too. Sport was another game that I've seen that had a bad execution but interesting concept.
Yeah, I think I played it, but then I kind of like gave up as soon as like there was like a certain point where like monsters just surrounded you and you just couldn't even escape. And
You
you
know
were
what
like,
hurts Spore?
The
EA's
inability to,
STDs.
you know, well, the inability to multiplay, for example.
Yeah, and I mean, like the always online DRM hurt that game.
Yeah, but the
Like,
thing is, if you're gonna have the always online DRM, at least have something accompany in like
yeah, some
multiplayer.
benefits. Yeah,
Yeah,
some
like
benefits.
multiplayer, like
But they couldn't
multiplayer
even do that. It was
achievements. They
just,
had
it was once again EA's STDs.
they had achievements, but they didn't have like the multiplayer component, which was sorely missing in that game. The concept of making your own civilization from the ground up, reaching the space stage, and then
Right.
exploring a grand galaxy would have been interesting if you would have done it in line with other people playing too.
And the single player content was a little cut, paste, repeat. Cut, paste,
Exactly.
repeat. Like, it should have been with each stage, the game would drastically change. Like, okay, you're a single cell organism. Okay, clearly you're trying to eat smaller creatures and not get eaten by bigger creatures. Okay, that makes sense. But then once you start becoming a larger creature, it's like, now I got to form a society. Can I be warlike? Can I be
Yeah,
Pacifist.
they had that to a greater or lesser degree.
yeah, but
It wasn't quite as in depth as it should have been.
And the sad thing is that Will Wright had to leave the company that he helped start on that sour note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's sad. You know, that's foul.
And here's another thing. I would love to have seen, and I know a lot of people will look at me for, as like being nostalgic for saying this. SimAd. I want to see that come back.
Yeah, there was a Kickstarter for that, but that didn't work. That didn't work out too good. I was a huge Sim fan, and I still am a Sim fan now, except, well, not now, because EA totally messed up Sim City. But I was a huge fan of Sim Town, Sim City, Sim Tower, 1 and 2, Sim City 2000. I have the same cart from Sim City 2000's port to the SNES from when I was a kid now, and I still have a city that's still
running.
Well, it's the city is a nuclear wasteland, but still it's there.
Oh my goodness. Yep. I mean, listen, one of my ex-girlfriends was into Sims, and that was basically her hook. Like she was into Sims, non-stop playing and stuff. I was like, I'm trying to come home, and she used my computer. I'm like, can you get off of it? I need to use it to do work and stuff. I'm like, no. I said, oh, okay, all right.
I gotta play Sim City.
No, I said, yeah, she had to play Sim City. I said, all right, go ahead, no problem.
Well, I gotta keep this real though. It is absolutely fun locking a Sim in a room with like feeding them and having no bathroom, just watching them lose their minds. It's like, I mean, really, The Sims lets you live out your psychopathic tendencies without actually hurting anybody.
You know, the thing is, though, I just want to address a question, if you don't mind, with your permission, Liger.
Go ahead.
Okay, people are, let me see, this is from Anderson Archilla. People are mad, apparently, over the fact that Ukulele uses Unity instead of Unreal 4. With what we've seen so far, why? Street cred by association, even after Street Fighter 6, I think they meant 5. But the thing is, here's the thing. When it comes to the end user, you shouldn't even be concerned about engines, just execution. If the game looks
why is everybody so obsessed with engines? Sorry for cutting you off there.
Ukulele looks good for what it's pulling off. It looks very good.
And it's using Unity, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what this person brought up, and I just said that it shouldn't be an issue with the engine.
Yeah, Anderson is a smart kid. I was, like I said, a cool dude. Look, the thing is, again, that's why I did my video about the Unreal Engine 4, because everybody talked about, the NX may have Unreal Engine, could use Unreal Engine 4. The Wii U could use Unreal Engine 4, and also when you build, like I said, there are. You see, Nintendo does not name their engines when it starts from ground up. They just cover the concept, make it fun, then start the game. That's how they do it. if they named it as like I said, I told you already, like not you guys, but like Mario 3D World, and outperforms because it has 4K textures, and it does the frame rate, everything is locked, outperforms the Unreal Engine 4.
Yeah,
If it's
but
used in the
once
right
again,
way.
Because it's optimized.
yeah,
Bingo.
exactly.
That dirty
It's
word.
optimized.
That dirty word.
Man,
That's the dirty word.
we're gonna have to have like a cash jar just to put up money in there so we
The
can
No, no, no,
dirty
no, no, no,
word.
no, no, no. We need
The
to make a
dirt.
drinking game for every single time.
Some of us need to go work in the morning, dude. So
The dirty word of the 7th and 8th gens has been optimization.
There
Like,
you go.
no one wants to. No one really. Okay, we'll leave Nintendo out of it because they're pretty much having to carry their console by themselves, so they have to optimize. But everyone else is just like, it's x86 architecture. We can just port it over, and we're getting some of the some of the most
you're
broke,
making it worse now.
some of the most broke, buggy, glitchy games we've seen. Like, I thought 7th gen was as broke and buggy and glitchy as we get, but 8th gen's even worse. I mean, it's worse.
It is. Hey, Quan, I mean, one of the guys in my comment section of the video itself said that EA owns Nox.
Oh Lord.
So
Well, we're
if-
never going to see a sequel to that.
You better put out a decent sequel.
And if they did do a sequel, it would have microtransactions. Hey, you
No,
want
no,
some
no, no,
health
no, 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 no,
potions?
no, 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 no.
$5
That's where I
for
draw the line.
5
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now.
you know,
Okay, do you remember when they did the whole microtransactions for Dead Space 3?
Yeah.
I didn't buy a single one, and I own Dead Space 3, so good luck with that, EA.
You
that-
bought
like I-
that
like I-
trash?
I did only because I'm a completionist as far as story arcs.
Yeah, look, I understand it. That's why I got Mass Effect 3, but Mass Effect 3 is the only Mass Effect I traded in after I beat it. After I beat it. And I never, like, some people are like, man, I'm like, I beat it, I finished the story, I was like, I'm done. I traded it in, I'm like, nope, I'm done.
Nah,
I'm out.
well, Quan, but just like you, like I'm playing right now while you guys talking, and so my computer's thinking up. Like I'm playing Project Crosszone 2. It has microtransactions in there too. I'm not buying that one penny of that thing. I don't know why they didn't put it in there, but that's the same thing too. That's what I told people. Hey, if you think the game is good, buy the game, but don't buy the practices because I've seen when the publishers say, okay, people are not buying this shit. Let's just put it back the game if it makes profit. If it makes profit and it's good, they're gonna do it. So
They're
it
just
has
nickel and
happened.
diming people. It's like they feel like they got you over a barrel, so now they're going to get more money out of you. It's like,
Not
why
out
don't
of
you
me,
just
they
make a
won't.
quality product, and I'll give you my money if it's good.
I know. Not out of me, you won't. Let me see if I can go through these guys' questions, and then we will call it a night. Because
Excellent.
yeah, Renegade Zero said, I said this in another podcast, but again, think only differently. If Nintendo decides to make a Metroid game, should they hire Vanillaware? The people who make, of course, More Master Demon Blade to create a beautiful drawn anime style 2D platform. And you know what? I played. That's one of my favorite games from the last generation. More Master Demon Blade. The art style they would do because like Odin Spare and that it could work good. I don't know if Nintendo would let them do it because, like I said, the 2D. The last time I checked, the only person who had the 2D for the 2D contract to do Metroid was Way Forward. So again, I wish that I don't know if they got canceled or not. I hope not because those guys know how to do 2D platform with Shantae and everything. So
Oh man, I was so disappointed when they didn't have her in Smash.
a lot of people were. Let me not
Oh my
a lot
God,
of
I
people
wanted
were.
her, and you know who else I wanted in Smash?
Ooh.
I wanted. Do you remember Mischief Makers?
Yeah, that was
It's
the
not
game
familiar.
with the
Marina.
chick. Who shook people. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted
Oh,
her.
okay.
She caught projectiles and would throw them back at you.
Okay, yeah.
That was a really good treasure game.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at y'all trying to be all that now.
I don't know why I said that because everything Treasure makes is pretty good. They don't make
Even
a
that Ronald McDonald game.
True.
Yeah, they did. That's true. Although I really like their Wario game.
Which one was the Wario one?
They did Wario World for the GameCube.
Oh, okay. Huh,
That's
I
right.
I didn't know that one. Okay.
Yeah, they did.
AA asking, maybe let's say you know we always have it here. Once upon a time, PC had exclusives. Do you think we are running? We are returning to that?
PC has always had exclusives, and they always will. They'll have their own set of exclusives. You know.
Yeah. I
I've
mean,
yet to see a like I said, I've yet to see a System Shock or a Knox appear on platforms, that were regular
System
video.
Shock 3 will probably be on consoles.
Or a
Like
Doom. Or a Doom.
whoever
I'll keep
publishes
that
it,
real.
he said,
like,
"Oh,
whoever publishes it probably will want it on consoles to make more money.
Yeah.
It might be casualized because the first system, at least the second one was not for the faint of heart.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're right."
yeah.
Let me ask this one quick question. Rebound King, I heard you mention that you work on anime. Are you the guy that put the bouncy effects to the breast? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That's that's not my job, sir. I do music and I do dubbing. That's what we do. I put
Okay.
on that.
Sir, I am not the chesticle animator.
Liger,
Yeah.
Liger. Since you do dubbing and whatnot, can you get me Brittany Karbowski's autograph?
Hey, I have a
I want her
question.
autograph. I'm serious.
I have a question about dubbing. Do they repurpose the lip movements or lip flaps?
Nope, not most of
You
them.
don't?
Not most of them.
Most of
Not
them?
most of the time. No, you have to when you localize into to American or English or anything else, you gotta make up the words to figure out the throws of the mouth.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, majority of them. Those are not that like right now they have let me see that's so like. There's a sector of anime that's throwing back to the old school, like back like you feel like you watch it, you like it's new, but it looks like early eight, like in the 80s and early 90s cartoons.
Yeah, I
They got
love
some,
that stuff.
they got some enemies like that. Now that one, those right there, they got a more liberal to do stuff like that because those things basically the anime is just drum open close open close open close. They didn't form the vowels to to do the speaking like maybe like an Ex Machina or Sword Art Online like stuff like that.
Mm.
So yeah, that's how they do that. Oh, like how Naruto, you see how much different vowels Naruto's mouth pronounces when he's doing all of his his ninjutsu and jujutsu and all that stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
sure. There would be the only person that had fun with that was Kakashi because you can't see his mouth. That's the only one you still you want to say he's coming up. But sorry, Rebound King, no, that's not what I do. I do some sound effects, but not that sound effects. How the hell it's always weird when you etchy when you get put in sound effects for the boom.
Oh Lord.
Oh man.
Oh wow. like high school DDD or something. DXD.
Should that really be high school?
No,
No.
that's not no high school. I don't know even what. Again, hey, that's Japanese. Hey, it's fantasy. That's all it is. It's fantasy.
Nah, Chun-Li is real, according to KH Anime. Nah, just kidding.
Well, dude, like I told you, I shared a private picture with him though. But yeah, you go down to Brazil, man. Are you kidding me? Shoes, them girls got them thighs and them legs just like Chun-Li. I don't know if they're gonna fight like her, but they got them, and they look pretty damn good on them.
So you're saying that they're thick?
Pretty much.
Oh, man, are you?
Pretty
I know you
much,
know that.
dude. Just look. If you want to know pretty much any Caribbean or South American chick got them thick thighs. That's the bottom line, dude. That's just the way it is. It's the truth, man. And if you don't believe me, go over there on any YouTube video, on a salsa video where people are doing live dancing, and then take a good look.
Okay, whatever.
Hell, put in the watermelon woman in Google, and you will see this girl from Brazil, and you see how thick them thighs is. Holy crap! So we digress, right?
Oh, Lord.
This is random talks.
I know, right? After you guys talked about optimization and PC hardware and Wii U hardware, I really don't feel like getting a gaming PC anymore. I'm doing it. I only doing it for the games. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm doing it for the game. Look, I'm buying the games for the game, but also I'm not buying no game if it's not the way it's supposed to be in the first place. I'm doing my
Exactly.
research. I'm sorry. Again, when I found out about Street Fighter Five, nope.
Yeah, like I don't feel like buying. This is just me. I don't feel like buying a console, and I know that it's going to take them at least 6-7 months for them to get the game to run the way it should. Like, why would I spend? I mean, I could get a gaming PC for that. I don't need to, I don't need to spend that type of money on something. I mean, I'm
Well,
cheap.
but just like you were saying, and that's what I'm saying. For PC, even for gaming PC, you have to also do your due diligence because they got some crap out there.
That is
Oh,
true.
they got some crap on there because, like I said, I gave up on Batman Arkham Knights. I was like, screw this. I don't care. I know what the story is. I don't care.
Sadly enough, it came out better on PS4 than it did PC.
No, I know that, and well, of course, because Rocksteady made a game for consoles and they gave it to that crappy port like 3 months before it came out, which was a messed up game by WB Publishing Studios who do that crap.
Yeah, and how they were like,
sucked.
well, we fixed this as much as we possibly can. You're SOL. I mean, that's basically what.
It bad enough that you release it bad once, and then the second time I was like, you know what, forget that. No. So I was at the point like I don't care no more. I really don't care.
Yeah, I guess I'm never gonna play that game. That's how I feel about it. I'm like,
right?
I'm okay. I have Batman Arkham City, Arkham City Armored Edition on my
Wii U.
on my Wii U. I'm fine. Like I've got Arkham Origins, Arkham City, and Arkham Asylum on my PS3. I'm fine. I don't need to play the other one. I'm good.
Yep, I'm down with that. I am 100% down with that. Let me see. Anderson Chiller, can we expect more remaster games like Wind Waker and Twilight HD? Yeah, it'll happen. Like I said, all these are stopgaps. That's basically what they are.
No, go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry.
I want to say no, they're just stopgaps. If they could do it, they'll do it. I mean, it's not.
Honey door.
Nintendo's not above like everybody else. The only difference is though they're doing it smartly, in my opinion, because they're doing games that's old. Not
that
no
could
one
use the new code of paint.
Huh?
They're doing games that could use the new code of paint.
And again, that is old. Let's get it out of the realm. Not no last year, 2 years ago.
Yeah, they're using it's at least 2 gens, which is okay.
Yeah.
Hey, check this out. Red, after the cast.
Oh man, shoot! You better keep that bottle ready for E3.
Man, Quan, are you sure?
Dude,
Hey,
listen,
Quan,
listen.
are you sure?
If you come
Are you
for the
sure
wedding,
you're not part Irish?
oh Lord.
No,
Actually, I had a stepmother, a former stepmother that was Irish. Does that count?
No. I've been around Quan's people down there in Puerto Rico. Them suckers could drink too.
Like
So,
fish?
yeah.
You would
Oh,
say?
like fish, yes. Well, like I said, that's why I got a high talent. That's why I never been drunk in my life. Cause my grandfather is he's from Guadeloupe. He was half French and half black, so he could have drank like crazy. And I think he passed it down to some of his siblings. I mean, to his kids. Cause I never got, like I said, I have high tolerance for a lot of stuff. Like me and my mom do, but my aunts and them, nah, they drink a little bit. They're already tipsy. Me and my mom, nope. We drink like nothing, and we still there like, come on, man, what's going on? But that's us for that kind of setting up. Let me see what we got here. Let's say how PC hardware is compared to PC. Oh well, I mean, he's basically saying how PC hardware is compared to the Wii U is crap. Power use wise. I'm talking about the hardware. I don't even have an Xbox or PlayStation. Well, the reason the power for the Wii U is that low wattage and everything else because if you ever go to Japan, not many, electricity is basically is not a necessity over there.
Well, they charge you by the watt, if I remember correctly.
But even so, I mean, once you live I mean, Tokyo is expensive as to live.
Oh yeah.
And you live in these, and I'm not lying. I mean, again, I always said this. Shepard have said this. I mean, I would think Quan would say because he's traveled the world. People, you think you got it bad when you being poor in America? Nah, I'm sorry. I understand we may had an off-task podcast, but I think you travel too. You see these guys in these hovels. Holy crap! And these
Poor
things are
people
like,
live better than any poor person in the world.
yeah,
Poor
I'm
people in this
sorry.
country live better than, yeah.
Well, again, remember basically 1%. If you live in America, you're 1%. You're in the 1 percentile than any other person in the country. I mean, in the world. So, but these guys live in hovels and they live together and they got this one little thing. So they made it. They made their game, their console eccentric for the Japanese culture. Now we got the benefit. We reap the benefits of it. Now some people will say that's Nintendo. Nintendo should abandon the Japanese market. But again, if they control
Yeah,
60%,
okay.
if they
Yeah.
control 60% of the market, why would I abandon it?
I have a good idea. Go ask Sony how it is to abandon the Japanese market.
You're wrong
See
for
how
that.
well they're doing. Yeah, sure. I don't mind. I don't mind giving up like literally 30% of the gaming market. Sure, yeah.
Okay, Edison, you're a smart ass. You're 100% smart ass. And he knows what this does to me. Where's the change.org petition over Young Conquer?
Yeah, that's a good question. Where is the change.org petition for that?
I know, right? They go change that going for every other stupid shit, but this one? And he
And
know
really,
that
I
was
would sign that. I'd sign that. I'd be like, no, Young Conquer's got to die. I'm sorry. Go get the shotgun. Young Conquer's got to go.
You're wrong. You're wrong for that one, man.
Spammers, I hate spammers.
Oh my
Sorry.
goodness. That is funny. The only reason I'm laughing because Anderson cracked the joke when he know that on my my website I said last year that I hated was change.org. Never find out some whiny bitches. Good God, y'all is just crazy. To have it, I'm saying, I too has never drank in my life. For me, it's just water, fruit punch, and green tea. Hey, Renegade Zero, if you're not to age, don't drink. That's all it is. I mean, for me, like, when I was young, somebody gave me beer when I was very, very young. And I never touched a beer ever again because I didn't like the taste. So
It depends. You got the wrong one. That's the thing.
I don't care if I get the wrong one. It
Beer
just
is an acquired taste. I'm
It
going to
is.
keep it real.
It's an
Beer-
acquired taste, but listen. There's different tastes that you
Well,
can go by. There's some
well,
that are
yes,
sweet. There's hoppy. I can go on and on.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean, I
I'll
understand that. I'm just saying
Dominic,
beer is an
sorry.
acquired taste.
I understand where you're coming from, but once, like I said, that taste is, even if I just talking about it right now, it's in my mouth. I don't like the taste, and it might be I know there's different beers because of the different rums and drinks and spirits. I know that from
Yeah.
what how everything get distilled. Hell, you get peach schnapps, and you can make hard liquor from almost any damn thing.
Well, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not a huge beer person myself, but every once in a while, I get a hankering for a beer. So but it's but I have to be eating something that goes with beer,
Pizza?
well, not
Nice
not
soft
really.
pretzels.
Well, like some type of German cuisine, which includes pretzels or
Wiener Schnitzel, stuff like
yeah,
that.
like sometimes I'll have barbecue, right? And I'm like,
Mhm.
this would go really well with a nice ale lagery type beer. So I'll do that.
You
Red,
don't
let me
drink
tell you
any of
something, Red. Seriously though, you need to talk to Shep and see if you could come to the wedding. I'm serious, dude, because we all plan on
Y'all
hanging.
basically want a gamers at large opening
Yeah,
up in
GAL
Jersey.
plan on hanging out. I don't know, man.
I hear you.
Hey, I mean, ask Shep, man. Seriously.
I hear you.
Red Fox, where you at?
DC metropolitan
Coast?
area.
Okay, DC metropolitan area. You can make
Mhm.
it down to the Jersey area, right?
Yeah, I can make it up to the Jersey area, no problem.
Well, down, up, it don't matter. It's all relative. After all, think about it. What you call the North Pole is actually the South Pole of the Earth anyway. No, I'm serious.
reverse polar yeah, reverse pole.
You got to reverse the poles because think about it. The magnets that sit up here are attracted. The so-called north-pointing magnet is actually attracted to the South Pole of the Earth. So yeah. Not to be an ass, but there you go.
You're not. Let me see. I got Nova Region. Coming through said the Wii U has tremendous fighting community with Smash Bros. Are you surprised that companies have try to capitalize on the consumers by bringing other fighting games to the Nintendo platform. I'm surprised too. Yeah, I am surprised.
Poke it.
I know. But but look, I played. Gears was on the Wii.
Yeah.
That's what was actually Jamie, because Jamie, when we did finish the podcast, Guilty Gear was on the Wii, and I got that game and I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
Castlevania vs. Capcom, we had our own special fighting game. Love Castlevania vs. Capcom.
here's the problem of being a Nintendo fan for a lot of third-party games that used to come to everything, like Street Fighter, Capcom, you bastards, Mortal Kombat, stuff like that. Basically, when we get games from these developers, they feel like sloppy seconds. I hate to say that, but
Yeah, okay.
it's
okay.
like, this is good enough for you. You don't need to.
Hey, hold up. NL Piano, you say English rum and Coke? No, my friend. Caribbean spice rum and Coke. Now, get it right.
Yeah,
Get it
yeah.
right.
I'm a sucker for golden rum and Coke, but that's just me.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. Like, the gold labels, yeah. I can feel that.
But yeah, it's. I mean, like as a Nintendo gamer, I would have loved to have had a Street Fighter on a Nintendo console this gen because it came to everything before. But this is the legacy of gaming nowadays. So
It came to friggin' 3DS.
yeah, it did.
Are you
It did.
flipping kidding
And
me?
you know what's sad? Street Fighter 3DS is a more stable game built
The one on
than
PlayStation
the
4.
one on the PS4. The power of the 3DS, and the 3DS uses ARM hardware architecture, which is embarrassing.
Dude, it just goes to show you, man, it's not the dog in the fight so much as the fight in the dog.
I guess, or it could be just a better trained dog versus a junkyard dog that's chained to the fence.
You're making them old times for a junkyard dog.
The junkyard dog.
I know, right? Professor Smooth saying, what are the ways that Nintendo can take advantage of their relationship with indies? Think that their focus should be on I think that their focus should be geared towards them rather than the big third parties. Yeah, I mean, we've seen it now because there's indies that's on the Nintendo platform that's not on any other console still. Because what's the one again with the 3 controller? I got Affordable Space Adventures. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, you got
Affordable Space Adventures.
Yeah, that's a pretty good game. That's a pretty good game. I've played it with 3 people, and I was like, wow, they pulled this off. They pulled this thing off.
Let me go a step further. I think Nintendo should make a romance with Way Forward and try to see if they could come up with a 3D Shantae.
Oh, you mean a 3D
considering
platform
how
and
she's
Shantae?
drawn, yeah, definitely, yeah.
You got a bunch of guys looking for them transformation moves.
Yeah, and every time I
She's
see
like
Shantae,
15.
I'm like, this is made for those people who are a little bit itchy. Just a little bit.
But she's like
There's
15
nothing
though.
wrong with, there's nothing wrong with Itchy.
Wait a second. She's like 15 though. Isn't she?
No, she's like 16, 17.
Let me see. Even
This
so,
is crazy.
Still gray area, but still.
I mean, for me, that's jailbait. But if you're in your early to mid 20s, that might be just right your speed. If you're a dude.
No, dude. I'm talking about for these young cats out there, 18 years old, 17 years old. That's their speed. Get it right, dude. Oh man, now you're getting creepy.
He said, "Now you're getting creepy."
Really, I take it too far. Seriously.
You, sir, take it way too far.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
No, I'm just messing with you, dude.
I'll cop to that. I think
You're poking the bear.
I took it too far. Okay, cool.
I'm poking the bear.
Don't say that, fool.
Remember, I'm the advocate of you got a HK, so yeah.
Oh Lord. Nah, you know what I mean. Let me see. What do you guys think about Xbox One and PC Unified Platform as possibly the Xbox One hardware is being upgraded incrementally, possibly to be a Steam box? I don't know if I thought it was gonna do just that. They do that whole hyper hard drive. Was that what iteration it was gonna do with the Xbox One coming out, just sitting there PlayStation to try to get this so they could get a bigger.
Talking about solid state.
Yeah.
They should go solid state, yeah. I believe they should go solid state if they're gonna sit up here and try to push anything
50
hardware
gigs
wise.
for 1 game per game to install on the hard drive. Yeah, they need a solid state drive.
Yeah.
If they're just upgrading the drive, it's good. If they're upgrading actual components to make it more marketable, to like in preference to the PS4 or so that they can make money, they're going to split their user base and they're going to lose even more
Make
money.
a deal with IBM or Crucial for the hard drives.
Well, the thing that Kimmy, like you just said, right there, like Red, like if you're gonna do that for the PS4, okay, Xbox One. That's why I mean I have not seen the breakout. I think I asked you that question too, Red. Like, is it now more cost effective? Because right now it's not cost. I mean, you're still losing money on the Xbox, and you just have a regular RAM drive, spinning drive.
Exactly. Like if they're just upgrading the memory, like someone might add a hard drive. Like you can go and get a hard drive solid state or conventional. I mean that's a different beast. If they're actually upgrading it and it's not coming with a game or something that you need in order to use it, kind of like how Nintendo did with the RAM expansion on the N64. I'm like, you're gonna split your user base. I mean, if you're gonna,
but the whole thing with the Nintendo 64,
this,
listen, the whole thing with the Nintendo 64 needing that memory upgrade in the first place was due to an error in code, okay, for Donkey Kong 64, and that's why they needed that expansion.
You're absolutely right, but it was also included with the game.
Exactly.
Is my point. It's not like they were saying, well, here's the game, and if you want,
they didn't want to lose money on a developed project.
If Microsoft is going to tell someone, a game comes out next year, and they say, hey, if you want to play Scalebound with these settings, you're going to have to upgrade to these parts. To making a $60 game into a $100 or $100+ game, I'm like.
Oh, NL Piano said that he tried spiced rum, but it's not his cup of tea. Okay. Dude,
everyone has their tastes.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, whatever's clever, dog.
Yes.
But I'm telling you what's good for me. I'm gonna try some English rum just to see if I could draw a comparison.
Well, this question here maybe read because I'm not I barely watch TV, which is sad. But he did talk about anybody heard about the Gambit and Deadpool mini?
Oh no, I haven't. I gotta check that out.
But if they're making a miniseries with Gambit and Deadpool, that'd be.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, because Deadpool does really well when he's paired up with someone. Like that's his.
Dude, Gambit is a smooth, suave, debonair type guy, and then you hook him up with Deadpool, who's a lowbrow idiot. Oh my God, yes, awesome. That is too awesome for words.
I hope. I mean, I don't know. Like whenever they come out with it, because I need to know who they're going to have playing Gambit and who they're going to have playing Deadpool.
Keep Deadpool.
Is Ryan Reynolds going to reprise his role as Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool? Sorry, I mean Deadpool. Is Deadpool going to play himself, aka Ryan Reynolds going to play Deadpool? Because that was the role he was made for. It's like, you shall be Deadpool.
Dude, let me tell you something. I'm selfish. I want him to reprise his role as Green Lantern as well.
See, you are being selfish.
Yeah,
There's a reason why.
Mean.
There's a reason why.
Movie.
I think he can overcome that last movie.
I don't think he can do it.
Cheesy. That movie looked terrible.
Yeah,
dude.
It
looks terrible.
I saw that movie, dude. I saw it. I went to the movie theater. I got early tickets to see that
better
movie.
Than me, because I ain't going to that.
Well, because I'm a comic book fan. The first strike for me, I like Ryan Reynolds, but I personally, had I been in control of that movie, I would have said, let's go with Jon Stewart. Because I like Hal Jordan, but if you line up Hal Jordan as a Green Lantern and Jon Stewart as a Green Lantern, Jon Stewart's a better Green Lantern.
Right. I can't say them to that effect.
This is a black dude, so I mean,
You're wrong.
I gotta support the black guy in this case.
You're stupid. That's crazy. That I don't think you need to reprise his role in that. No. I think you're drinking a little too much now, Poppy.
No, I have one way. One way it would work. If you have Ryan Reynolds playing Hal Jordan as Van Wilder. Like, have the dog and the cream puffs and everything. Okay, I'll watch that Green Lantern movie. Hey, Sinestro, I got cream puffs for you, Sinestro. Here, they're just for you. They're fresh out the oven. If that happens,
Lord.
I will totally watch that film.
Oh my goodness. Basically, they just released. I'll ask you guys. Did you guys saw Street Fighter the Art of the Assassin? What is it? The Fist of Assassins?
Yeah. It was like a mini series.
No, it was a straight movie.
Yeah, but it was like a YouTube or Gizmodo or Machinima movie.
Oh, I mean the one they're doing now, yeah, but no, that wasn't. I remember watching that whole thing on Hulu. The whole straight thing was not. I didn't see no machinima, nothing in that when I saw the ending credits.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I saw it. It was fairly interesting.
No, the one that is coming out right now has, like you just said, the one that's coming out right now has the machinima thing to it. 'Cause I just saw the trailer. Jay Fleming just put it up, and it looks and they're using the same guys from that movie. That's what I'm saying. That so it looks interesting.
Well then, it could work.
Yeah, because they're using they're using the same Ken and Ryu guy, the guy who did Ken, the guy who did Ryu. They're reprising their roles, so that's pretty cool. But look, I'm a person when it comes to certain movies to stick to certain thing, but that one worked out pretty good. That was a good interpretation of Goki and Ken and Ryu and Goken. That whole story that was pretty good. It was not too much, especially there were barely any special effects really. There was a little bit in there.
CGI or live action?
It was live action.
Oh.
No,
if you have fans that care about the material, they can say.
That was just what I'm saying. It was more towards the material. The story was the only time it looked cheesy, and I'm into it is when Goki changed into when he basically became Akuma. He looked kind of like fake blood and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But when he did when he fought the original master, and when he did the Raging Demon, I was like, oh snap, homeboy, they did a good way of doing it, and then Shoryuken and Toryuken and everything. It was, and it did. The thing about it.
So Goken turns into Akuma. That's how Akuma is born.
Goki. Yeah.
Goki turns into Akuma.
Well, that's what his name is basically in Japan. Really.
Yeah.
That's his name.
It's basically Ryu and Ken's master. His brother is. It's implied in the manga. It's implied in the manga that he also is the long lost father of Ryu. It's implied.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, the manga. Yes. Yeah. So, but that's I'm just saying. And if you check, I mean, I got. That's the only thing I do have. I have Hulu, so I watch a lot of stuff for that. But it was like a good 2-hour movie. It was pretty good. It kept to the source material. They didn't really try to go crazy and show a lot of special effects. And it's like they were like Ryu and Ken were like teenagers. So I remember when Ken got his present from his which was funny. He got his present from his father, and it was Mega Man 2. It's like, oh man, you got Mega Man 2 before anybody came out, and they're playing the old school Mega Man 2 on a CRT screen and everything. I'm like, oh, they're keeping this thing original, man.
Dang, man. That's one thing I gotta do is get me a CRT screen for the sake of having one.
Yeah, I
haven't had a CRT in a while.
The only thing I can say about Street Fighter is that, like, having seen the mangas and the animes and the TV shows, the most memorable thing I can think about is Raul Julia as M. Bison, because he's like the best part of that movie. No, seriously, because his dialogue is so off the wall, and yet I could totally see M. Bison is saying it. He's like, you know what? The day I came into your village and killed your father, it's like the most important day of your life. It totally changed the trajectory of like your entire life after that point. But to me, it's Tuesday.
Not for nothing. I always saw that as the movie that killed my boy Raul Julia.
Well, he was dying anyway. He was like, I don't care. You saw a professional.
I'm trying to be morbid or cold or nothing, but damn.
A professional actor just saying F it and just enjoying his role. And that was hilarious to me.
Dude, he was like the Boris Karloff of his era.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
But
That
if
was
you
his
want,
that was his plan 9 for outer space.
but if you want to see Raul Julia at his best, watch the original Addams Family, where
Oh
like the Addams
Lord,
family
yes.
loses all their stuff, and like he's like sitting there watching like TV.
No, it's not
and
the
they're like,
original. That's the
Morticia's cut
second
him.
one.
He's like,
You're
what?
talking about Adam's Family Values.
No, the first one, the Addams Family. He's like, what? And Miss Gilligan.
Oh Lord.
Man, Raul Julia, great guy.
Hey, what's up, Neil?
Nothing. Just saw I just saw something that you only share with me. Good God Almighty.
Yeah, he saw the pictures of the girls. That's exactly. I know.
Yes.
Yeah, I only share with you. Yes.
Man,
Hey, you should have been came up here, man. I was pouring drinks, man. What's wrong with you?
No, I was busy at school and had to take care of some things. So.
Oh, okay, I can hear you then. All right, that's
But
all right.
like I said, the new movies coming out. They look like they went. Now they look like they're jumping. But see, this is why. Like I said, if it's a movie from Machine Man, it's kind of scary because they got Nash in it. The Nash from Street Fighter 5 now, the half arm and everything like that. So I don't know. I hope they don't mess it up because you went from a nice movie back set in a nice age to like you jump like generations now. Like don't mess it up. Because I can tell you right now, like for me, like again I'm biased because I worked in the animation studio, but Appleseed 1 and 2, Appleseed and Appleseed Ex Machina, love those. Alpha, why the hell now? Sony, you messed up now. Okay, I'll be 100% honest. Sony messed up that because it has no continuity between it except for the characters being there. They messed up the continuity, so that's what messed up the game. Now the movie by itself is all right. Got a couple funny jokes in there that I like, but you when I heard like, oh, they're gonna do a next Alpha, I was like, oh man, I can't wait. I said, well, I ain't working on this one, so I hope it. And then they said, okay, Sony's gonna take over, make sure more stuff. I'm like, okay, and I was like, this is not the movie I was looking for. I don't like when they do that. I really don't.
Well,
So
you know me. I only got one thing to say about that.
What?
You were popping it open.
You're an ass man. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But,
there's certain series that would do well if they just broke with continuity, like Dragon Ball. Just kill.
Dude, you said
Dragon Ball
Dragon
Z
Ball.
would be better if they just.
When you said Dragon Ball, I only think of that live action atrocity.
No, that don't count.
We don't talk about that. That's not real.
You know
That's
what's
not real
sad?
life.
You know what's sad? The guy who did the choreography for that movie is Stephen Chow, the guy who did Kung Fu Hustle and Shaolin Soccer and other things of that nature. Like, this guy knows how to do comedy and action, but that movie is just so bad.
Because the story was just so rushed, man. It was not a good story, technically speaking. Like I said, look, I could overlook some stories and say, okay, you guys know they got some movies out there that you guys look and say, okay, the story was bad, but what they put on action, like you said, the action and everything was pretty good. Like one of my favorite animes is Initial D. But I don't like the movie story-wise because they changed so much stuff to make it fit, and they forced so much stuff. They forced 2 seasons into one movie. I was like, because Takumi he battled a ton of racers, and he forced him to that. And then, but the one thing I liked about it, because that movie came out the same time as Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, and at the end, remember the end race of Tokyo Drift, it was CGI. Now, the one thing about Initial D, the movie, no CGI. It went straight through, because I still love if you ever get a movie, you get behind the scenes when the guy accidentally overcorrect his drift, and these guys and he hit the guardrail and he was going over, and then people dropped the camera and ran down to make sure he didn't, cause they were like, oh shit, and he just ran cause he overcorrected and he hit in the guardrail. It wasn't no CGI, it wasn't no strings and none of that stuff. It was, you had to have, and if you've been to Japan like Quano, maybe like Red, if you've been to Japan mountains, there ain't no damn nets or nothing over there. You fall over, you fall in.
And those roads are old and broke down.
You know what they remind me of? They remind me of the roads over there in Puerto Rico. You got these roads down there that
Yeah.
look like they followed a mountain goat.
Yeah, yeah.
Seriously,
I'm serious. It looks like they follow a mountain goat to lay down the path of the roads.
Like I went to a friend of mine. I went to a friend of mine's farm, like his family farm, and the road leading to the town was, like an interstate. And then you turn off, and it's like, okay, this road's a little crappier. But then to the road to go on to his farm, his family farm, it's like a dirt road, overrun, and like it had rained, so it was like muddy. I was like, damn, dude, it's Japan,
Dude, it's because, like I said, it depends on the regulations of the local area,
Yeah.
how strict they are. Because in PR, it's like this, dude. It's whatever works for them. You know what I'm saying? You would have these old roads that existed during the time of the colonial area, the colonial era and whatnot. We're talking during the 1700s, 1700s, that were paved over after the fact and maintained as is. So these things were like snaking around mountains, you know what I'm saying, and become narrow out of nowhere with dips that made no sense. We're talking 30 to 40 to 70-degree inclines, making no kind of sense.
No, you're right. You're 100% right, and that's what I was saying. It's like, wow,
I mean, it's like, okay, you ever seen some of them dips over there in, like, okay, if you look at North Cali, how the hills are.
The best example I can think of is parts of Washington, D.C., where I have to walk every day and go to work.
Dude,
Parts of that city are jacked, man.
Then you know what I'm talking about, dude, as far as crazy roads.
It's like,
I mean, really retarded roads, really retarded. I mean,
and if you have MapQuest or the Google Walk thing, that's like, turn here, there's nothing to turn to. It's blank.
oh my lord, that
Go
makes
through
it
here.
crazy.
It's a parking lot. What's wrong with you people?
I mean, it's just flat out insane. I mean, it made no sense whatsoever, you know? So you got these people driving over here, trying to sit up here and like make a route.
NL Piano, what store are you talking about? Is it like a GameStop store or depending on what retail store you have? Because, I mean, I just want to know which store you have because his question is when I go to my local game retailer store, which I'm store webpage, all I see is PlayStation, Xbox, no Nintendo. So I need to know which store because I had a conversation with somebody that had me laughing.
Real quick, something funny. You want to hear something ironic?
What?
I live by a GameStop that's about a couple of towns over here in East Orange. I live in Newark. Okay, we're talking the armpit of the United States here. All right, now check it.
You're like, I can't lie.
So check it. Listen, these people are so diehard Nintendo fans. They actually have Pokemon meetups in the store, still to this day, where people trade. You know what I'm saying? They still do Pokemon meetups. The main focus is amiibo sales and the full 9 on their GameStop. Yet when I go to downtown Newark, where I live at, downtown Newark, everything is Madden, everything is Call of Duty, everything is that bull crap. And you already know how I feel about those games.
Yeah.
I'm like this. Look, I wouldn't mind Madden if there was dual gamepad support for the Wii. Because you already know I don't like football, American football, but I'll play the hell out of it if I had a way to sit up here and organize my own plays.
Exactly. If they took advantage of the hardware, I would play it.
I would play the hell out of American football, and I'm not even a fan. Soccer, on the other hand, that's different. You know, that's real football.
I was gonna say, you know how we say it, because I don't say that, but whatever.
It's football.
Dude, I'm gonna say it like it is. I'm gonna say what nobody else will say. That's real football.
No,
it is. It is.
It's the most popular.
Shin contact, you break a daggone shin bone?
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
no padding? What?
There's more finesse involved with football.
Bull crap, dude. You get injured quicker in football.
No. He said
I'm an American.
Like,
and you like our legacy. Like, I'm an American. Like, okay, from an American viewpoint, to see all the effort these soccer players put into the game, and they don't score shit. I mean, you'll see a dude, he'll juke like 4 or 5 dudes, do all these awesome moves to shake dudes off. He'll do the kick, and still didn't get shit. He's like,
And then at
breathing
the
hard,
same
like this dude ran a
time,
marathon.
and
We
at the
don't
same
like
time, they
Americans.
slapped
We
shin
don't
bones
like that.
together, and he broke his in half, and still get called out the game, and still ain't scored nothing.
We don't like that in America. In America, I want to see like
High scores.
high scores, and we want to see people like in soccer. It's considered impolite to do certain things. Like in America, I want to see
Impolite.
I
We
wanna
got
see a
soccer
dude-
hooliganism. What do you want about?
I want to see a dude intercept the ball at the 5-yard line on the other end, run down the field, dodge 4 or 5 dudes, maybe even have the quarterback, I got him, and just fall on his face, embarrass himself, run down the field, make it to the end, drop the ball, spin it on the ground, and be like, yeah. We
Dude,
like that.
not for nothing. I would like to see a football player from American football try European football just for one season.
Oh, they couldn't do it.
Just for
If
one
they-
season.
Although I will say this, I would
Dollar
like to see
for
a soccer
donuts.
player take a 400-pound man, hit him at 25 miles per hour, and he
No,
wouldn't
but
like
here's
it either.
No,
You
if
see
it's a matter of him outrunning the guy, though.
Well, no, look. If there's like 11 of those sons, you know what's hitting you. Hey, look. He's like, I play foot. Oh.
No. If it's a
My
matter
leg.
of him outrunning the
My
guy,
leg.
listen. No, listen what I'm saying. If it's a matter of the footballer outrunning them guys,
He might.
oh my God, he won't.
I've seen some tailbacks and cornerbacks that you thinking, oh, I'm fast. Because they can use their hands.
You know what's
Some soccer players not used to that.
You know what's scary? Seeing a 300-pound dude run fast.
I've seen it.
I've seen
I've seen it too. Yep.
I've seen a tailback. Like there was a dude, and this dude was basically a track and field star. He could do a 40-yard dash in like a insane short amount of time, and he thought he was hot shit, but that tailback got him with that spear tackle, and he was just SOL.
You know what the thing is though? That's sprint distance though. They sit up here and go for sprint. Once you sit up here and outpace them, that's it.
Yeah, but the thing is that when you're sitting there trying to dodge people, there's like 5 other dudes converging on you.
True enough.
It's not like it's like 1-on-1 or 2-on-1.
Dude, can you imagine though the rugby guys being called to play in this little scenario?
Oh no, they look at football players. That's nothing. Yeah, but this dude's 400 pounds and he's crashing into me at 25 miles per hour.
Rugby dudes are even worse, is all I'm saying, though.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can imagine them.
Oh yeah.
They take hooliganism to a whole new level.
They would look at American. They would look at
They're
American
like the
football
hockey
and laugh.
players they're like the hockey players of the grass.
Yeah, they're proud to lose. They're like, I lost 2 of my teeth. I'm like, dude, you can have that. You can have losing your teeth. I draw that line at losing my teeth. I'm like, no sport is so good that I'm willing to lose my teeth. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well. Of course, it's gonna be that NL piano because that's what's gonna be. EB games, yes, because there's not many Nintendo fans do not return games to they don't depart with the games.
We don't trade in our stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, let me tell you something. I lost more games through natural disaster than most people own.
Yep.
And that was the only way I was parting with them. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was the only way I
I'm
was
with
parting.
you.
And the thing is, most of them were either Nintendo IPs or things that ended up on a Nintendo platform. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
And you have to remember. Oh no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And let me tell you something. The only other mistake I made was sitting up here and giving my sister my Dreamcast, which I'm not going to explain, got torn to shreds.
Oh wow.
Got torn to shreds along with the games that came along with it.
Ain't doing that.
That's
Yeah.
That's why I don't let people borrow my systems. You know what? Buy your own.
Dude, no. I gave it with the intention of thinking it was going to be preserved. So much for that.
Well, I mean,
That's the magic word. So much for that.
But the thing is this. I'm a retro console gamer, so I have a lot of like old games. Like I've got my original Chrono Trigger. I've got my original Earthbound. I mean, I wouldn't give that up like that's worth money. But even without it being worth money, that's just a very good game. Why would I trade that into some jerk? You know?
Well, like I said, dude,
I
sometimes you think you do people a favor by giving them, certain games, and they don't treat it with the same reverence you do. And me, I was like very gifting to my family when it came to my games, and that was a very dumb mistake on my part. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Hey,
So I
Red.
I lost a grand majority of my collection because of these choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for
You,
when it comes to one person. Now watch this, guys. Listen up. My mother's 66 now, I think, years old. Not 65, 66, and she treats my games with the utmost reverence.
Well, she has she appreciates it. Basically, all my retro systems that I have, I mean, like it's more than just a retro system. There's a story to everything. Like I remember when I bargained with this old Japanese lady at a gaming like a mom and pop gaming store in Japan. I'm like, yeah, I want that Famicom Disk System, like, and we bargained for it. Well,
Oh
I didn't bargain. The
wow!
guy who was translating for me bargained for me because I don't speak Japanese. But I got her down. She wanted to charge me 200. I got her down to 120.
Oh wow, dude!
yeah.
Good
I must
job.
have Red. You are right. Because I saw it in Hulu as one thing. You are right. It is a TV series. You are right.
Yeah, it was a TV series, and I mean, look, I liked it. I enjoyed watching it. It was very well done. I mean, I'm glad they said that they were going to turn it into a movie, but are they going to do something stupid with it? Because Capcom has a good idea, and then they milk it, and then they make it do
I
something
got you.
stupid. So,
No, I got you.
I don't know.
Like I
Hey,
said, the way I watched it was a movie. It was straight one shot.
Oh
So
yeah.
it wasn't break down into pieces like I've seen it right now when I put it in.
hey,
So
Red,
I didn't
Red,
get. Huh?
hey, Red, real quick, Red. Please try to make it to Chef's wedding. I gotta meet you, bro. Seriously,
I need to find out when it is, and
April 30th. I'm a diamond out.
April
April 30th.
30th. Let
Now
me check my schedule.
I
Yeah,
need you to do me a favor.
you guys
Talk
talk,
to him.
talk about
Talk to
it. Yeah,
him.
let's talk that off with it. Off with
No,
it.
no,
Yeah, I'll
I,
be off
I,
here.
I just want to get his
Have,
attention before
have
he takes off, because you never know how people take off on here when it goes off the air.
No, I'll have to check my schedule because I mean, April is the start of my busy season, so I don't want to
See
be
what I'm
like,
saying?
yeah.
You see what I'm saying, Liga? It's best for me to ask him right here when the iron's hot. You know what I'm saying?
My eye is hot.
have fun. Yeah, have fun, y'all. I got finals, so I can't make it.
Well, you wasn't gonna make it anyway because you ain't got no money.
I know I'm typical.
Money's not an issue,
I'm
dude. Listen, money's not an issue. If all of
Well,
us
yes,
can
it
pitch in
is.
together. Neil, how old are you?
23.
Good. So that means you're drinking age. So anyway.
I'm not buying no ticket for him. Hell,
No. That means he's drinking age. He can afford his ticket. We can help him with the drinking.
You're stupid,
You heard me,
boy.
Neil?
I heard you.
So there you go, man. We can help you with the drinking.
Anyway, I was gonna say before you finish up, like I said, it was kind of funny. And going back to what NL Piano was asking, I told him like it's funny when a guy was like, just like Red said, like we don't put in our games back to the game spot. That's why it's a small wall compared to
Yep.
everybody else because they carry their games back because after a month they play the game, they put it back in. Now I remember, check this out, Red. I had this conversation with this person. And he was talking about, he was talking about the Splatoon and Street Fighter and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, so you said, he's like, oh, you can't say that, dude, but that's stupid because you guys are stupid for buying the same game too. I said, okay, so you know what? So if okay, let's say that the comparisons was the same. So what does that make you for buying Street Fighter 5 if you already know Splatoon was bad?
Dude, not for nothing, but let me tell you something right now. There's people buying Heavy Rain again on PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
the hell I am.
Now, listen.
There's people who bought Uncharted like 3 times now. I'm like, why?
I'm going to be honest with you. Heavy Rain was a good game for what it was. And I got it for PS3, but there's no way in hell I'm going to buy it again for PlayStation 4.
And
I
that
own a
voice
PlayStation
acting
4.
was That voice acting was
It,
terrible.
I know it was, but
here's
but
my
the
problem
thing
with
is,
Heavy Rain, right?
my
Everyone when
only
it
problem was the execution for who the villain was.
Well, no, it wasn't
That
just that.
pissed
My
me
problem
off.
with Heavy Rain was that everyone was like, "This game is brilliant. It's awesome." I'm like, "Am I the only one who had Dragon's Lair on Laserdisc? Like, this is just the next generation of the quick time events we had Dragon's Lair."
No. It was Fahrenheit.
Well, yeah, but even
If
that,
you want to be really literal, it was Fahrenheit all over again.
but
But
even that was
Fahrenheit,
just kind of a derivative of the QuickTime events we had on Laserdisc with Space Ace and Dragon's Lair.
I get you. I get what you're saying. But what I'm saying was Fahrenheit pulled it off better than Space Ace.
Well, of course, because the technology was better, but still, it's not like it
Still,
was doing anything new.
but then you got
or
diminishing returns as a result of people going over graphics over actual substance.
Exactly. I mean, I'm going to keep it real. I would rather have had. I prefer Don Bluth's Prince Daphne animations over what the graphics I got in Heavy Rain.
Dude,
Oh my god.
Be honest with you,
The
I
main
would have
bad guy-
preferred a
dude, that was
Fahrenheit
like-
sequel. I would have preferred a Fahrenheit sequel.
Well, the main villain in Heavy Rain, everyone's like, I can't believe. I'm like, come on, look at that guy. He looks like a perv. Come on.
No, dude, it wasn't an issue of that. It felt shoehorned. It does. You gotta admit, it felt shoehorned. It felt like it was too contrived. You know what I'm saying? It looked like something to sit up here and take a cheap way out.
Well, it's David Cage, and David Cage is very hit or miss. Like sometimes he nails it,
Cage.
and then sometimes, well, if you don't believe me, go
David
watch
Cage,
his
the
movie. Go watch
most
his movie,
pretentious-
his Nicopole movie. It's
the most pretentious bastard on the planet, David Cage.
You know what I would love to see a sequel of? I have no mouth, but I must scream.
Oh God! Oh, that's a great game, especially with Christopher Walken.
Dude, you know I was gonna sit up here and pull out a classic.
Christopher Walken, your tone, it's all wrong.
Dude, seriously, watch this, dude. Would I or would I not put out a classic? Come on, Red, you know me. You know me.
Hey, Mister, please don't mess with my hair. It's it's really good for a man my age.
Yo, see, this is why I miss Red over here in the old Gal podcast and whatever.
Oh man, it's funny as hell. That Christopher Walken, that guy had the most weirdest speech pattern ever.
Yeah.
And
Dude,
pulls it
I
off.
love his voice, dude.
I love it too. Look, what you
Well, he
think-
looks like a
was-
serial killer. Let's just
he
keep
was
it
one-
real.
he
He
was
looks
one-
like
He was one of the reasons I wanted to finish. What's the one we were talking about, Red? True Crime
True
in LA.
Crime. Yeah, True Crime LA because Christopher Walken was the voice of George
Yeah.
in that
Oh
game.
Lord.
And
That was-
I mean,
oh
that's
my
the only
God.
reason I like that game is because it
Dude.
had Christopher Walken.
Dude, that right there, True Crime Streets of LA was the opus for the GameCube, in my opinion, because
pretty good.
that was their GTA.
Oh, it
Well,
was good.
that's what killed that game is that Activision, like the GameCube had like 3 really good third-party games that really took advantage of the hardware, like Gun, True Crime LA,
Before.
and RE4. Yeah.
Yo, but check this out. Listen though. It's interesting to see that nobody basically pays attention to, the game Sleeping Dogs as much as they should have.
No, I mean, it basically was supposed to be. It was with
It
True
was
Crime
going to
to
be
watch
True
out.
Crime, but Activision had no faith in the IP, so they sold it to
To Square Enix.
Square Enix overpaid for that game because they still haven't made a profit.
No,
on
but
it.
not for nothing. That game, to me, is very well worth it. They can really grow a franchise out of it.
You know,
Well, yeah, but
I would like to
if
this.
you said Dragon,
I would like to see a sequel to it. I played it. It's actually pretty fun.
I like
Yeah,
Sleeping
that's a
Dogs,
decent
but as an old school fan of True Crime, I want to know how Nick Kang got suspended in the first place. I don't care about this.
You like me?
I
What
want
do
to
I
too.
say? Go back to the roots of a franchise.
Yeah.
Do I not tell you guys that?
Go get Christopher
Go to
Walken.
the
He's
roots.
available.
So there you go. So
Well,
that,
we gotta make 50. We gotta sell 500 million copies in order for us to have faith in
that's
this franchise
stupid
again.
as hell, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to grow a franchise, believe it or not, you got to really dig deep. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it starts with the core and it grows out from the core because core people say, "Hey, this game's so good, I need to tell other people about it," and then they tell their family members, their friends who aren't in the game. They're like, "If you get this system, you have to get this game." That's how you grow a franchise. Everyone thinks you tell the casuals
let me ask you a
first,
question.
but that's not how you grow it.
How successful was Cloverfield, and yet it has a sequel?
I was not a big fan of Cloverfield, so
Oh, you suck, dude. Cloverfield was awesome.
I'm with. Look. Look. I'll say this to be honest. I like Cloverfield now. The only thing about it was too tropey for me.
Yeah.
I love the tropiness. That was the whole point.
But I understand. I understand. No. Okay, let me put it this way. Like I said, I'm with you, Quan. I like the movie because it was the first movie in a long time that gave me a scare. Which was that stupid part when the damn monster jumped out of when he got shot down and everybody and jumped and took the helicopter down. I was like, what the frig? That scared the crap out of me because I never thought it was gonna come. But
No, the whole thing with me was the subway scene. When they were sitting up here and walking along, they saw the rats coming, and I said, something's coming down there. Something's coming down there. Something's coming down there.
Here's the thing, though. The reason I said I have a problem. It's too tropey. Is when the premise of the whole movie is that. Wait, a bitch came to my party that I used to go with another man, and I'm gonna go back and save her?
Exactly.
Yo, dude,
no.
come on,
The thing that ruined Cloverfield for
let's
me.
be honest. Look, let's be honest. And can we be honest here?
Be honest, what? Yeah.
She put it on him.
I don't give a damn. She put it on me.
No, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, okay?
Freaking monster, and I'm gonna go back to save her? You fucking kid.
No, what ruined Cloverfield for me?
Dude, not for nothing. If it had been Jessica Lucas, that'd be different. But then again,
I don't give a damn who it was. I'm not doing that unless it's my wife, and she wasn't my wife. And you brought another man to my going away party.
Exactly.
Hell is no.
What ruined Cloverfield for me was that J.J. Abrams like, I'm gonna make an American monster movie. He's like, I'm gonna come out the closet to you guys. I'm an old school Godzilla fan. Like, I cut my eye teeth on giant monster movies. And I'm like, this is the monster you got? This shit right here? This is what I'm supposed to be afraid of?
Dude, not for nothing, dude. I mean, let's be honest. How do you expect a monster to look?
Well,
not
like
a
I said,
daggone rubber suit.
I just told you, I'm a Godzilla fan, so
that thing look, listen. That creature looked more Cthulhu-esque, which is why I believed in it more.
Yeah.
I know what Abrams was going for. I know what he was going for.
It was Cthulhu-esque,
but,
dude.
I mean, the execution was not quite as what I would like.
Dude, it could have been done up a notch, be honest with you. But the thing is, if they would have gave a little bit more into the description of what was going on, like the whole fact that those little tendrils that you saw come off the body were actually esophagi.
Where does the monster Cthulhu come from?
That's H.P. Lovecraft mythos.
Yeah.
I know it comes from H.P. Lovecraft, but which book?
Yeah. So
the whole point behind it is that there are these things that exist outside of our reality that are so their existence is so alien to us that even witnessing it drives us insane.
Exactly.
So that's all it is. Basically, if you want
beyond our scope of understanding,
go play Darkest Dungeon. That's basically a Cthulhu RPG game.
Oh, okay. So Cthulhu is just an idea?
Dude, no. Listen. You want me to really simplify it for you? Play Eternal Darkness.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Am I right?
No. Basically, yeah, that's Cthulhu.
Yeah, hey, can I just put laugh on my memories of playing that game?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
That was glitches when he was fucking with you.
Yeah, I remember. It's like, this game reset. Please press it. I'm like, what the fudge?
Dude, Kenoshi, let me tell you something, dude. We're talking some old school horror here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I lost my save, and I put 40 hours in that game. Yeah, that's some old school horror right there.
We're talking something that, like, okay, let's the realms of time and space bend around the thought of these creatures, let alone seeing them. We're talking something
Interesting.
that it really mess with your head. In other words.
Is the source material pretty good?
Yes, the source material is really, really good. Start looking up Cthulhu mythos. Start looking up, let me see, H.P. Lovecraft in general,
Yeah,
and then you'll see. You just start reading that.
But
You're gonna come back to us and need therapy.
yeah, but H.P. Lovecraft gets his ideas from vets who were coming home from World War I, who were all just jacked up, and he was like, "Oh God, this is horrific." I know about it because I play a lot of tabletop Cthulhu punk games, which are, oh my God, some of the effed up, like the Children of Dagon. Don't read that story, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, that's.
So when I think of Cthulhu, I think of a giant, scary-looking squid monster for some reason.
Exactly, that's what most people think, but the thing is, it goes far beyond that, dude.
Yeah. And Cthulhu's only one of the. Cthulhu's only one of the evil things that exist in H.P. Lovecraft's mythos.
I forgot what the name the name of the damn thing for Mexicans for the monster for them. That also don't have like a pit. Basically, everybody's going off a certain way, but it's not the thing that eats the goats.
Chupacabra.
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 Yeah, that one also don't have no really. They don't have no description for it, but we just think of what it should be, just like Cthulhu.
That mess started in Puerto Rico, by the way. That was yeah.
Y'all got ghosts down there? Huh?
Yeah.
I'm messing with you, man.
That whole mythos started down there. That's people being superstitious, and they came up with this whole thing.
Well, they travel far. I got remember Brazil. People talking about that down there.
Yeah, they have. They talked about the craziness down there.
Well, here's some breaking news before we wrap things up. As you guys said, Activision is also not having a booth at this year's E3.
So people are leaving.
They have nothing to show but Call of Duty and Skylanders. So
if I just saw this, and I hope, and if it is, if they're doing this again, this would be sad. The next Call of Duty is Ghost 2.
Whatever.
I mean, Ghost 1 wasn't good, so why? If Ghost 1 wasn't good, why would you do a Ghost 2?
Hey, you know what they need? Razor Fist said it best, straight out of ideas.
Yep.
You know what they need to do with the Call of Duty series? Go watch the last scene of Old Yeller.
Oh Lord!
Liga, I'm thinking the reason why they're going to do a sequel for that game is because you know what happened with the first Red Steel.
Yeah.
But then they
or if you're looking for a spectacle, go watch the last scene of V for Vendetta.
Yeah. What are you saying, Triple M?
Yeah, I was about to say maybe they're Activision is going to pull a Red Steel 2 thing. Who knows?
No, they don't. No, they ain't. No, they ain't. Stop trying to lie. I mean, no. The story of the Ghost. I had Ghosts. The ending of Ghosts is kind of asinine.
No, this shit is about money. They already have the engine. They've been using the same engine over and over again for the last 2 gens, just refining it for as the hardware has gotten better. So I mean, look.
I got that. I'm just saying that Ghost was not well received.
No, it wasn't, but they made it anyway. So it's Activision. That's what they do.
Ghost 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're gonna do it. Look, there's nothing we can do to stop Bobby Kotick. The only thing that'll stop Bobby Kotick is he's scared of Vivendi. But Vivendi has found a new hoe to put on the block, and it's gonna be Ubisoft.
Bending over Yves Guillemot.
Yeah, Yves and his 3 brothers are gonna be walking the line, trying to get money for Vivendi.
Oh my goodness! But you know what? Like I said, you know what? This basically capped off this right here, because like I said, for everybody out there, I want to thank everybody for joining in. I mean, hey Dragon, if you gonna come on, you gonna have to speak up, bro. You gotta
sorry about that.
You got to put your words in because you taking up a spot. If you're gonna take a spot, you gotta speak up. But other than that, thanks everybody for joining in. Like I said, really what happened is I'm going through a lot of organization and buying new software and teaching people new software with engineering and everything else that it's going to take me a while to go to that stuff. So like I said, I can still do video and put it up, but I don't know what a podcast for a while. So I'm going to say hopefully I could do something, but right now I just got so much stuff going on. So with that said, just that's why I did this as a random talk. Cause like I said, we didn't really have no topics, and I thank everybody here for joining me because it was just we went from bitches to movies to all kind of crazy. As usual, we random call and then drinks and
back to hoes because we're gonna make Ubisoft their bitch.
Oh,
It's full circle. It's full circle. So
you're wrong, Red. You're wrong, Red.
Well, they are. I mean, if Ubisoft can't beat that hostile takeover,
Well, I mean, they don't have the money to buy the shares back. So hell.
yeah, they don't even have the money to buy their own shares back.
Well,
it just took 30% for preventing to actually have a green light on the hostile takeover. That's saying something.
Well, it's 30%, so they have the chance to do a hostile takeover. It's not that they're going to do it with 30%. They have to, because they have to get another 20 plus 1 in order to have a hostile takeover.
yeah.
They haven't even bought 30% of Ubisoft. They bought 30% of Yves Guillemot's brother, who owns Gameloft. Like, they bought 30% of that in order to take over that. See, they're going to divide the three brothers in order to take over the company. I mean, this is some funny stuff. I'm laughing.
Oh man, I won't be surprised. Well, like I said, 2016, let it be interesting. That's all we could say. That's all we could say. That's all we could say. But anyway, like I said, as we talk about everything, hey guys, enjoy your games. Like I said, I'm enjoying my damn games. Like I said, Project Cross-On is been chugging through my 3DS all the time, and I'm watching. Again, the story for this damn game is crazy as hell. I don't get my Fire Emblem. I'm trying to still finish off Xenoblade Chronicles X for the US version because I'm trying to get my my Ares 770. And then of course trying to get my Ares 90 and trying to get some of that call it the Nemesis system. I've played the Nemesis system and I've beaten the Telethia, but what was it? What Yajasio? That bitch? That freaking thing's a pain in the ass. So.
I'm stuck. I haven't even gotten to that point yet. Not because I can't do it, but because I haven't really been playing my Wii U. It's been mostly my 3DS. I've been busy. Shit.
I know. That's what you do. That's exactly what I'm saying. Since I got Project Cross-On, when I activated the code, I've been playing that thing non-stop, dude. And it's sad that sometimes I gotta do like I said. I've been playing it most of the time with you guys talking, just the volume down. Unlike KH, who play the damn volume up on people's podcasts.
Hey, I'm playing something different, like it for once. But
I know, but I mean, yeah, just
Okay,
the volume. That's what we're saying. The volume, like I said, I know you use them. For me, like any sound would be picked up because I use a studio mic, so I know it'll pick up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm using headphones because my
the other one broke down.
Yeah, my headset died, so I don't have a headset.
I never had one of those things. I never had a headset. And maybe I'm too spoiled. but other than that, like I said, I mean, thank you guys for joining me on this stuff, man. I mean, thank you all for all the questions, Renegade, NL Piano, Norwegian, Foodie Puncher, many more. Cause shoot, I don't know how I do it, but hell, it is. When we get to about 80 people watching us, it's freaking crazy. That's the nuts part.
Missed a lot.
So, other than that, like I said, I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you for watching Random Talks, and mostly anybody else who out there, like Random Talks is just get in and have fun. Because
get in, get out.
Yeah, because
N64.
Sometimes it fills up so quickly. So try to ignore the NX rumors, play your games, enjoy it.
God.
I'm getting the NX, except it better be called, if you don't like it, get the fuck out. With the expansion, with the hardware upgrade, which they stole this idea from Microsoft, the Not My Problem presented by Reggie Fils-Aimé.
You're an ass. You're an ass. Oh my goodness. But other than that, I hope you guys have a good night. Peace out.